Alrighty, chat. How is everyone doing today? Hello, hello, and welcome. Probably shouldn't have picked whatever this chill lo-fi background music is when I'm about to introduce you to kick streamers torturing another one to death on screen, all of it being recorded and it being sort of a bit of a controversy, really. But do you know what? We rock the lo-fi no matter what's happening. Hi, hi, hi. Checking right now, Lua. One sec. Got people in my DMs and whatnot. The timeless human pastime, exploiting someone in a spectacular manner for entertainment. Yeah, this is particularly bad because obviously Abba and Preach are going to walk us through what happened. It's a 20-minute video. They're both fluent in French, and this is like a French kick side of drama. So it's probably quite good to use somebody who's rather aware of the situation. And I didn't find anyone's better coverage. Not that they usually do bad coverage, I was just sort of curious how many people have covered this, and Abba and Preach have done, to my understanding, a very good job from what I've seen. So that's what we're going to talk about. And then we're going to dive into the entire Destiny situation. And let me tell you, that is a situation and a half to dive into, okay? There is a lot of things to talk about, a lot of screenshots to share, a lot of quotes from Destiny's past that are not looking very good now. Not that they looked good to begin with, but I'm just saying it's sort of so much fucking worse. It's what it is, Amanax, more or less. Obviously, we're gonna I don't know, introduce ourselves to the situation, but this dude right here, he was a kick streamer, and he was essentially abused by other people live on camera for a very long period of time, which has ultimately led to his death. But it's a whole thing. The story is super sad. This story is super sad. It is. And then we've got, you know, Destiny and the credible allegations that he's been sexting a 17-year-old, or she was 17 at the time the sexting started. I've also just realized that StreamerBot got updated and the whole fucker looks different now. We should be connected on Twitch though. I don't know if VTuber Studio needs to be integrated into this separately now. Okay, let me catch up on a few things, because my attention's split all over the place. Monolith, thank you for the 5-stream streak. Amanax, thank you for the resubscription, and 5 months going now. Let's fucking go. Let me redeem headpads and see if they work, or if the update's completely fucked with me. There we go, this will do. Bro, I've turned StreamerBot on, right, because I was about to go live. I'll fix chat in a sec. I know it's disappearing on you guys. I've updated StreamerBot and it... Okay, we've got auto connect, auto reconnect. Oh, there we go. This should be it. Fingers crossed, now it should be back to working. And they changed the entire UI. Granted, it looks much prettier now, but it also means that... There we go. We are back to normal. One more sec, let me just tweak the chat a little bit, and then we can start diving into the stories of today. We've also got a little bit of gaming to talk about and gaming to do. I want to try Lords of the Fallen today. I know we haven't finished Wu Chang yet, and we will, but I don't like the area we're in currently. I'm gonna be honest with you, it sucks absolute fucking balls. So I'm probably just gonna play a different game for a little bit, and then when my desire for Wu Chang has resurfaced, I shall continue on with that. Thank you for the bunk redeem, Ruby. Is it the snow area? Yes, Merit. It actually is the snow area. The one with like the little villages with enemies in, with the fucking mines hidden in snow everywhere. It's so unfun to play through, and I've no fucking idea where I'm going, and I've been running around in circles. It sucks so much dick. It's not even about the landmines themselves, it's about all of it combined. And then you've got those fucking archers with fire bows on all of those towers, and you're trying to figure out where you're going. And some of them are positioned so that if you hadn't killed them early on, now that you've like gone on further, you can't get back to them, but they can keep firing at you. It is atrocious. Atrocious. If I sent you a game, is there a chance you might play it? Fire the name my way and I'll check it out when I've got a sec, Andreas, and then if it sounds like a game I am interested in, then we will watch that for sure. Also, in terms of VTuber news, although I haven't prepared anything for this because at this point there's frankly not that much to talk about, but Fillion either got dropped by Mythic or she's quit of her own accord. I don't know which one it is because we know absolutely nothing about what happened, but all of her affiliate links and shit are gone. So I believe that she's just not with them anymore, which is very interesting because Fillion, controversial as she might be at times, like the dude who's in charge of Mythic sort of, you know, had a pro-genocide moment there for a little bit, very much like they're inferior people and I don't care if they all get butchered. And then like I just don't, that Fillion hasn't reached that level, so I don't quite think there's a controversy there that would have caused them to drop her. The only thing I was thinking might have caused it is the fact that she is because she's using a stolen model and she can't do any merch with it. I don't quite know what perks the company gets from her being affiliated with them when they can't do any merch with her. But I don't know if that would have caused them to drop her. So honestly, no idea. I'll try and figure it out. We'll see if she says anything. She's very drama avoidant, in a super fucking frustrating way. So I suppose we will see if we manage to find any information. If we do, I'll share it. If we don't, obviously we can only try and figure out. Mythic only does sponsors, I thought. Well, that's what I was thinking, Merit, but that's the problem, right? Because I don't know if she can have sponsorships when she's using a stolen model and she... Well, that's the thing, but I don't know why she wouldn't just get a different model, because she is like a multi-millionaire. It's not about money, it's about... I don't know. I genuinely, frankly, I just don't know. It's probably fine for her. She's huge on her own, one of the largest indies. She is. Yeah, she's a multi-millionaire. She'll be fine without Mythic. I just wonder why, you know? It's almost certainly because she's Kershaw adjacent. Yeah, but so is Asmongold, and Asmongold owns Mythic, and Asmongold is also an open supporter of Kershaw. So I feel like if this had anything to do with Kershaw, then Fillion would have been endorsed, supported, loved even more. Do you know what I mean? Because again, this is Asmongold. Let me see if I can maybe decrease the text size, because I'm being told that it... Oh yeah, I can see the problem. It do be big on screen. I'll be overhauling my UI in general a little bit. Though I will say, I don't know if any of you guys know Social Stream Ninja, the settings set in it. I don't see an option anywhere in here for the size of text. What I've got is to make the font icons and menu smaller, sure enough, but that's like a toggle on and off. I'm not seeing an option, strictly speaking, to make the actual font smaller. We'll try and figure it out. There's a lot of custom shit in here. For as long as it works, I can start tweaking it when I've got a sec. What is this about kick streamers torturing someone? Yeah, we will dive into this very shortly. It's this person on screen. He died very recently, and his death is directly linked to what was being done to him. Was the $250 goal for? Oh, it's actually not for anything. See, that's fucked, because it's not supposed to be $250. On Social Stream Ninja, you've got an option which says tip, jar, and goal meter, which you can customize, and I've customized it to $25, and even though I've customized it to $25, it appears not to want to accept that as a goal amount, and it switches immediately to $250. And I was just curious how that will work as a feature, because I was wondering if I need to get a separate widget for it, or if I can just use the Social Stream Ninja one, and it looks like I might need a separate widget for it. You can ignore that. I can just, there you go, I can just yoink it off screen. There is no $250 goal. It was supposed to be $20, and I wanted just to see if it counts stuff like bits and whatnot. And also, in terms of bits, we've got the Twitch integrated throw-in system back on. So if we have bits thrown at me, then Stuffies should be thrown at me alongside those bits. That's already set on, Chido, that option, the one that you've just said. The one in overlay. It is nice though, because do you remember we spoke about this a while ago? I can click on a message now, and it pops up on screen, and it is super cool. I quite like this feature a ton. Was there something about her indirectly supporting Russia? Yes, Andreas, there was a thing happening there, but her indirect support of Russia was not like malice, it was just her being a fucking idiot, which she is, just generally speaking. Fillion is a fucking idiot. She's always been an idiot. Not as in like I'm insulting her, it's just she's oblivious to almost everything that doesn't have something to do with her entertaining herself and her chat. She's like a happy-go-lucky type of personality, like an idiot savant almost. Again, I'm not digging that, right? Like, she's become a fucking multi-millionaire off of that, and her streams, to my understanding, are incredibly entertaining. So, massive props to her for all of the above. But at the same time, yes, she has been saying some... It's not even strictly speaking pro-Russia. Like, you can interpret it that way, but with there being no malice in what she's saying, it feels almost haphazard to go about it that way. The whole drama with Fillion was so much dumber than people have let on. It's actually, hold on, I'll find you the tweet, because I'm actually kind of curious to talk about it for a little bit whilst I'm getting warmed up to jump into like the actual heavy topics. I'll find you the actual thing that started this, because it's... I don't think I've seen any coverage of this which wasn't absolutely tainted by retardation, and this includes, I should say, Ref Says Desu making an entire fucking video about this, and in that video he specifically talks about how the coverage lacks nuance, and then he doesn't provide any. Actually, quite the opposite. He very specifically showcases what happened from just one very specific perspective and doesn't even try to shed a light on why things might have happened the way they did. But bear with me 2 seconds, because I actually need to find it, because I've got so much shit that I save. Finding it is just going to take me a minute. But yeah, it's long story short, essentially, Fillion does VTuber Awards, right? She is the host and is she a creator of it, I believe? Add at font size 70 to the end of the URL. Hold on, let me check that out. So I just take the full, nope, not featured chat. I go into chat, I take the full URL, and I do this, font size 70. Let me just copy the other one in case this fucks it. Okay, if you guys send messages in chat now, this should be popping up. They should be popping up with this new recommended change. Does anyone remember the name of the company that decided to pull out of VTuber Awards? Because if you have the name for me, if you have the name, I'll be able to find the actual tweet in no time. But I don't remember what they were called. Cheeto tried. Don't worry, Cheeto. We will figure this out. It's for now. the fact that I can click on things and that it works is already pretty fucking banging. Hold on. We Play Studios. Yes, thank you. Okay. Thank you. All right. So here is basically what happened. We Play Studios released this tweet, which goes as follows. As a company deeply rooted in Ukraine, We Play Studios has consistently shown a pro-Ukrainian position. Since February of 2022, we have terminated all collaborations with individuals and entities from the Russian Federation and the Republic of Belarus. We remain committed to working with partners who share and respect these values. Unfortunately, recent developments have prompted us to reevaluate our involvement in one particular project. We Play Studios is discontinuing its work on the VTuber Awards and will no longer be involved in its production. This decision follows action taken by the event's host and founder, cooperation with Russian community, which is not aligned with our values and position. Despite this, the VTuber Awards show represents a unique and ambitious initiative within the entertainment industry, and we are proud of the creative and technical contributions our team has made over the past 2 years. We are grateful to the companies and collaborators who partnered with us throughout this process. The whole TLDR here, basically, is it goes more or less like this, right? Excuse very minor inaccuracies. Fillion had a Russian VTuber raid into her. Fillion was very excited about the raid. She was saying about how she wants to learn Russian, how she wants to collab with more Russian VTubers. She spoke about how she wants to set up a collab with 2 other Russian VTubers who don't even speak English, and she just kind of wants to see how it goes because she likes the language and she wants to do it, right? Not really a fucking outlandish statement or anything by any stretch of the imagination. Now, one of those VTubers, like without Fillion knowing this, has also said that they work for the Russian government, right? As in their day job, right? Like we have day gigs and then, you know, the evening gig being the streaming and whatnot. So obviously, right, Fillion didn't know this. And I personally don't agree with We Play Studios' decision in the sense that Fillion didn't know this and she's a fucking goofball. However, Ayo casually watching the stream on both Twitch and YouTube to double the income. Let's go, Gaster. Let's go. See, chat, you should be like Gaster, okay? Gaster is a proper G. So even though Fillion didn't do anything that bad, this is a Ukrainian company. And when one of the biggest indie VTubers is having a chill time talking about how, you know, they love the Russian language, they want to learn the Russian language, they want to collab with Russian VTubers, and meanwhile Russians are butchering Ukrainians on the front lines day in and day out, whilst Russia has fucking hundreds of years of history of trying to rip Ukrainian lands away, rip their language away, rip their culture away. They literally, part of the Russification of Eastern Europe is that they don't want you to have your own language, they just want you to learn and speak Russian. That's why a lot of older generations here in Eastern Europe actually do speak Russian, because they were taught it in school on the off chance that there is yet another invasion that happens. So this company wants to pull out because even though Fillion's a fucking goofball, they want to have nothing to do with it. They want to have nothing to do with somebody who, in their view, is not even pro-Russia, but sort of like sanitizing Russia, if that makes sense. Now, again, like, in my opinion, the idea that because Fillion wants to collab with a Russian VTuber, then like we need to pull out and we need to cancel this, and she is the actual statement here is cooperation with the Russian community, which is not aligned with our values and position. A random Russian VTuber isn't, like, you know what I mean? For all you fucking know that they're anti-war, they're not, but you can't explicitly be anti-war if you live in Russia because you will get fucking murked at night, right? The government there is kind of fucked. You're not allowed to be a Russian living in Russia who's explicitly pro-Ukraine because you will get fucking killed. So, in any case though, the whole point of this really is that at the end of the day, if you believe in freedom of association, then it's sort of hard to look at this and have any other opinion than this is kind of weird, but you understand where they're coming from. But that's not the opinion that people had. A lot of people started blasting them for it, you know, saying that it's gay and retarded, this is a dumb decision. I must have missed the part where Fillion donated millions to the Russian war effort. The closest thing that Fillion has done here to fucked, which again, she didn't know she's doing that, so it's sort of, it's weird to even try and imply that she did, was one to collab with a Russian VTuber who apparently works for the Russian government. On the flip side though, if you watch a coverage of this from somebody like Ref Says Desu, he made a video about this. Feel free to watch it, feel free to confirm anything I'm saying, don't blindly take my word for it, right? Make up your own minds. If you watch Rev's video, you will not be presented with a single reason why this is understandable. He's not going to present you with a single fucking atrocity that Russians are doing to Ukrainians on the front line that might make a company, even if we disagree with their position, want to pull out from anything that even even tries to represent Russia in a remotely positive light, right? Because talking about this isn't about supporting We Play Studios in this decision. And there is another thing that I could show you. Fucking hell, this one was grim. There was some VTuber who said that they obviously, they apologize for being born in Russia, and next time they're given a choice, they're going to choose a different place. And people were abusing them like a motherfucker. Like, the fucking quote tweets that I saw in there were absolutely unhinged. I don't know if I'll be able to find it now because I've got all of that shit somewhere tucked away. But, you know, finding shit in my absolute shitstorm of DMs and Discord is not an easy task. But yeah, this is stupid. This is essentially stupid. Let me catch up and chat a little bit, because I've been yapping for a while, and I thought it was just her accidentally collabing with a Russian VTuber who was affiliated with the Russian government. That, to be fair, Andreas, we don't know exactly, but that was most probably what did it. Fillion is a dumb VTuber, like she straight up ate several melatonin gummies thinking they were gummy bears. I do not believe her doing anything stupid maliciously. No, I don't think she does. At best, I've seen Fillion do something where she's so drama avoidant that she makes ethically absolutely reprehensible decisions just because she'd rather not deal with it at all. But even then, that's sort of like fucky, because these situations are never very clear, because VTuber communities are weird as shit when they're recounting events. Reminds me when a Ukrainian YouTuber told people to not buy Atomic Heart because it's a Russian game. Yeah, it's... I don't know, man. It's just so... At the end of the day, you've got freedom of association, but it's also weird to be punishing a random VTuber for this. Do you know what I mean? Like, what did that VTuber do to you? But then again, I understand why they're doing it. It's just not good that they're doing it. This is so dumb. It's like companies like Empik having moments where they dropped books by Russian writers like Vasily Machenenko or Dmitry Glukovsky, even though they're openly anti-Putin. Well, yeah, no, that is idiotic too. That is very stupid, Amanax. I am of the mind that I do not group all Russians as bad, that they play... Yeah, that's sort of where we're all at, Monolith. That's why there was a situation a while ago where I bonked someone in chat because a random Russian found their way into my stream and they were just like... I think they were just randomly in chat, and somebody was immediately like, are you pro-Ukraine? Are you anti-Putin? Like, fucking hell, give him 2 seconds to like maybe say hello before you start interrogating the poor bastard. Karabi saying, I know he said go look for yourself, but I mean it's Rev, so I wouldn't put it past him saying something brain dead or being bad faith. With Rev, I don't even know how often he's bad faith. He's kind of just goofy. Chris, I sent you a very important DM. I need you to tell us what the name of that animal is. Hey Kshitsky, how you doing, buddy? What is this animal? Okay. I could copy the link and I could open the link and I'll tell you what animal this is. This, first of all, no idea why it's so small, but this would be a shorse, I think. Or a hawk. One or the other. Or maybe we could come up with something unicorn related. I don't know. We'll you know, keep pondering it. Test. What you testing there, Cheeto? What you testing? But yeah, in either case, I don't know why Fillion was dropped by Mythic, because all what we just spoke about, I don't think would have made Mythic drop her. My best guess, my most educated guess, is that it's going to be related to the fact that she's very unmonetizable for them, just on account of the fact that she's using a stolen model. Shorts was also the first thing that came to my mind. Hawk is better. Hawk sounds like a name you'd give to a half-orc barbarian in D&D. Had a really chill work week. That's good. That's what we like to hear. Okay, I feel like we might as well delve into this absolute shit show of a story, and then we can talk about Destiny. And whilst we do that, I have Lords of the Fallen open. I just need to plug in my gamepad. And I'll be trying that. Social stream size stuff, don't mind me. Roger, Dodger, Cheeto. Cheeto, do you want me to send you my full doc so you can see what it looks like on my end, and then you can maybe tweak bits and bobs of it after you already see what it looks like in full? Because I can do that, no problemo. Hold on, bear with me a sec, baby. There you go. It does, and he plays D&D just like in this picture. I've been farming overtime hours for a fat bonus. Let's fucking go, bro. Let's go. Okay, for the game capture, we're going to do a little bit of Lords of the Fallen for sort of two reasons. First of all, like I said, I'm tired of... I'm legitimately, hand to God, just fucking tired of Wuchang right now, because that snow area is horrible. It's just horrible. Whoever designed it, your nan's a hoe and your dad's a hoe. And they are releasing Lords of the Fallen 2, so I should probably complete this one at some point. And, you know, we might as well do it on stream. And also, we're about to delve into a pretty fucking heavy topic, and I kind of don't want to have, like, my entire brain committed to it, because it's very grim. I only come here to beef with the Twitch chat. That's good, Rare Dear. That's good. I want to foster that animosity. I want you all to fight. Colin's available today. Actually, we might do a monolith, but I can't guarantee any. I can't guarantee any quality because I actually haven't done Collins yet, and my setup is a little bit fucky on the new computer. I see. Change the last number in the URL at scale to 0.77. Cheeto, keep in mind that this is. Sorry, what I just sent you. That bit at the end, the font bit at the end. No, Siri, I didn't tell you to turn on. Fuck off. Jesus, how do you... Did I seriously lose tracking over that? I need to find out how to disable that fucking thing. Oh, okay, I see. I got you, Cheeto. I got you. Okay, let's try this then. Have a look now. Start spamming chat and see what happens.
Jean Pormanov, a streamer in France. And since both me and Preach, on parle français, donc pour cette raison-là, we have the opportunity to watch a lot of videos in their native language, translate for you guys, give you guys maybe some additional context that might be lost in translation. Jean Pormanov is 46. He passed away just a few days ago during a live stream on Kick during a 10-day marathon. Yeah, you can see the clip of him being woken up and he's just unresponsive.
That actually sounds good.
It's gotten international. Police have been involved. The platforms are apologizing. Drake and Ross are trying to pay for this guy's funeral. He was...
Also, it's just every time something like this happens, it's on Kick. Like, Rumble is an absolute fucking troglodyte heaven, and none of this happens on Rumble. At least I don't think it does, but it's not every streamer on Kick, but somehow it's always a Kick streamer. Maybe Monster Hunter, Gaster. I'd say Monster Hunter.
The top gaming streamers on Kick for France. So it goes to show you this wasn't a small creator. Now, what happened exactly? He was tortured, beaten for money, and eventually died as a result of a lot of this. The clips themselves, because if you've never watched the streams like I never did before, watching them is incredibly graphic. I can't show you most of them. I'm gonna have to narrate some of them, show you stills, because like you just can't play this in public.
Newest ones.
You're essentially watching a man being beaten. You watch him at one point being grabbed by the neck, and they do something.
Suffocated, being insulted.
The thing that I never understand about these kinds of situations. So all of this, like it's one thing to. I don't get it. I don't get the enjoyment of beating someone up on camera. Even aside from the fact that you are literally recording yourself committing a crime. Oh, that's a boyo. Even aside from the fact that you're literally recording yourself committing a crime, what's the satisfaction that you get out of that? Not to mention that this dude, from what I've heard, obviously I have no way of confirming this, I don't speak French, but I think Ab actually might talk about it in this video, at least for what I've seen. I've watched maybe the first 4 or 5 minutes of this, but the dude was like, he was mentally slow. So you're literally beating up a disabled person on stream in hopes that somebody's gonna throw a couple of bucks your way for it. As such a fucking... all of it is just like, you have to actually be sick in the fucking head. And we're gonna go with this one. Dark Crusader sounds cool.
Shot with paintball guns at close range.
Yes.
Multiple people ganging up on him and beating on him. And they do this thing, which they say this in French. I'm going to play a clip for you for this one. So if you don't understand what this is, nouveau record de saisie de thyroïde à 1 minute et 8 secondes par 3 cheveux. So, saisie de thyroïde, you know what that is?
It's basically when you just, it's strangulation.
That's it.
That's just what it is. The nouveau record, that's a new record, so that means that they're trying to establish records. 1 minute and 8 par 3 cheveux.
Yeah, and
by 3 hair.
You can hear him screaming in the back. You can hear him gasping for air, trying to tell him to stop. They don't care. They beat him on it. They're ganging up on him as a group. And the record goes up to like 2 minutes. They have multiple different clips at different occasions where they keep trying to up the ante and trying to suffocate him for longer. Maybe you guys can hear some audio, but I don't know if I can even show the visual.
You can't play that.
You could probably hear, no, listen. There's another visual here. You can see multiple people grabbing him, holding him down, and then grabbing his thyroid. For those asking, like, why is this guy staying around? There's a few reasons, but you can kind of just tell he's slow.
Yes, he's not.
He is clearly slow. He's a 46-year-old man.
I've got a better question. Why nobody tried to involve law enforcement if it was going on for a long time? I actually, because in cases like this, if the person that it was being done to didn't want to, like even if cops were cold and he didn't want to like press charges or anything, I don't know if it would have been even possible for them to do anything about it. There we go. We're gonna go with a bald dude with a cross tattoo on the forehead.
Hanging with people half his age, you can tell he's slow. You listen to him speak. I know you guys don't speak French. As someone who does, like, you can tell the man's not all up there.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. I could probably coerce quite a lot of people who are a little bit slower to do a lot of things that don't make sense. And you have to understand, they've broken this guy down for a long time. There's a couple clips that are really telling.
Non, je veux pas, je le souhaite pas du tout. C'est pas un truc que t'as vu, j'ai pas envie du tout. Mais imagine un jour dans le délire, on est en train de rigoler et tout et il clappe.
If I'm narrating this, essentially saying like, listen, you know, we're all laughing and we're enjoying stuff. What happens if, like, while we're all enjoying stuff, he dies? That's what they're talking right in front of him.
Yes.
And so you really have to understand the psychology of someone listening to other people discuss.
Talking about you on the third person,
you
like you're not there.
Tu sais que je me suis déjà posé la question en plein live.
And the other guy says, I've already asked myself the question. Je me suis déjà posé la question.
Okay, so the Kick streamer has already considered what happens if they fucking kill him live on air. Good to know, good to know. Very, yep, very, very balanced.
Ouais. On est mort. Ouais, alors que... non, à moins qu'ils disent face caméra là maintenant.
And then he says, if that happens, well, then we're done. We're toast. And he says, no, not unless he looks at the camera right now. And listen to this next part.
Que si demain il meurt en plein live, c'est dû à son état de santé de merde et pas nous.
Unless he looks at the camera right now and says, If I die tomorrow, it's because my health is shit and it's not because of these guys. So right now they're already asking him, as if it's almost premeditated, to make an excuse for why they're not guilty of his death. I'm gonna come back to this clip a little bit later, but I just want to give you guys a timeline real fast before we come back to it. Believe it or not, even though this is a big controversy right now, this started well over almost a year ago in late 2024. Paul Manœuvre, humiliation stream. In December, French investigative outlet Mediapart published an expose alleging that Kik had for months permitted live broadcasts of
Long prison time is one thing. Question is, Amanax, if they will get any prison time at all. Because to my understanding, this is, like, I don't know if people like this always get away with that shit. Do you know what I mean?
violent abuse. French authorities took notice. The Nice prosecutor's office, Nice is a city in France, quietly opened a judicial inquiry at the time into the deliberate violent acts being streamed online. Paul Manœuvre himself, real name Raphaël Gravin, and Safian Hamadi were taken into custody for questioning as part of the investigation. Though both denied wrongdoing and claimed the content was staged, they were released without charge. From there, the police apparently continued their investigation, but no charges were laid. Early to mid-2025, despite the inquiry, Paul Manœuvre continued streaming extreme content on Kik. He and his collaborators maintained that the violent antics were consensual showmanship, and no immediate legal action stopped the broadcast. During this period, Paul Manœuvre was regularly seen on stream being tortured, humiliated, and beaten. The situation did not gain broad public attention yet, and Kik's moderation still did not intervene to shut down what it saw. In fact, they did the opposite. They promoted these streams. This was something that they publicly endorsed. In fact, in some of the streams, you can even see a giant logo of Kik in the back as everyone's getting paid to do this stuff. Fast forward to August 10th to the 18th.
For Kik to endorse this, they would have, because like the logo doesn't really mean anything, right? They've placed that there themselves, and everyone on Kik gets paid. So I wonder if they definitely did. I'm just sort of wondering if there are better arguments to be made here. Like, I wonder if Kik put them on the front page or like feature them or anything like that. Like, do you know what I mean? Which I imagine they probably did, because on Kik, I don't think they actually pay attention to what kind of content you do.
2025, which is last week, and it's the final stream. Paul Manœuvre began a planned 10-day live.
I don't get how they wouldn't, even if he was fully abled and let's say in a consensual sadomasochistic situation, it still would be held accountable. This lacks any kind of redeeming agreements for them. I think the dude died in his sleep over something linked to like the stress of all of this, but not directly caused by it in the moment. In which case, I think that they can use that as like a line of defense for themselves.
Extreme endurance marathon on Kik, co-hosted by Owen Naruto Senazandoti and Safian Hamadi. As the days wore on, the stream devolved into a horrific spectacle. Paul Manœuvre was subject to extreme sleep deprivation, physical and verbal beatings, forced consumption of unknown toxic substances. Viewers later described seeing him deteriorate on camera, at times disoriented or in visible distress. In the final hours of the marathon, Paul Manœuvre became unresponsive on stream. Clips on social media showed that co-hosts attempted to rouse him, but he did not wake up. Emergency services were called.
No, never mind.
He was declared dead on the scene.
Right, nope, that's disregard everything I said a moment ago. I thought the dude died in his sleep, not literally on the fucking camera. Right. I don't really know what to say. Literally on camera. Whoever was watching that last stream, Jesus fucking Christ.
August 19th, which is the next day, French authorities moved swiftly once the death became known. The Nice prosecutor's office announced a full judicial investigation into the circumstances of Paul Manœuvre's death. An autopsy was ordered to determine the exact cause of death. Police also seized recording equipment, video footage from the home as evidence. Investigators revealed that witnesses were interviewed. Notably, the associates claimed the violence was part of an act or staged, an assertion authorities viewed with skepticism. About August 20th, the case had exploded with the public eye, with graphic clips from the stream circulating widely on social media, fueling public outrage. Official responses. The French government publicly condemned the incident. Clara Chapaz, France Minister Delegate for Digital Affairs, called Paul Manœuvre's death and she suffered an absolute horror. She announced that she had referred the matter to ARCOM France's media platform for online illegal content. Chapaz stressed that online platforms have a legal duty to curb illicit content. Quote, the responsibility of online platforms regarding the dissemination of illegal content
Via Lemonade on social media, Kick's French language account heavily promoted content produced by the 4 French streamers, including the sale of branded merchandise. Yep, fuck me. That's, it's shocking but not surprising because Kick is a haven for pato streaming here in Poland. I mean, yeah, but at the same time, there's always, obviously, all of those people should be fucking banned, right? Like, there's no doubt in my mind about that, but it's always, it gets a little bit more serious when it's somebody who's actually fucking died on screen.
Is not optional. It is the law. This type of failure has no place in France, Europe, or anywhere else. Kick's reaction. In response to Führer, Führer, just like German. Kick, the Australian-based streaming platform Action, issued a public statement of condolences and promised action. We are deeply saddened by the loss of Jean-Paul Maneuve and extend our condolences.
There are a lot of prompts in this game and a lot of items and a lot of things that they're trying that I've like not seen in other games that they're trying to teach me all at once. There's a lot.
To his family, friends, and community. Now, a lot of this feels like bullshit because they were promoting him the whole time. There was investigations. It was on their front page. They just didn't care. Their moderation didn't really care because he brought in views. Now we're going back to the clip that we played before where you can kind of see this is very premeditated.
Non. Comment ça, non, du tout. Comment ça, non.
Je fais rien du tout.
Comment ça, non. Regarde la caméra, dis.
Like, what do you mean, though?
Because the guy says, no, I'm not doing that.
What do you mean, though?
And now he's telling him, look at the camera.
Yeah, you just have to look at the camera and say that.
Okay.
No, I'm not doing that.
Les
gens ils vont s'en prendre à nous alors que c'est dû à tes 46 ans de vie minable.
Tu peux pas savoir que j'aurais fait une crise cardiaque.
So the people are gonna, no, say it, cause if I'm yelling at you and you croak, people are gonna go against us, but it's because of your shit health. It's not us.
So look at the camera and give us an out. What you guys are watching right now is
Coercion.
Premeditated.
I was literally about to say premeditation. Yeah, that's exactly what that is. But they don't even have the foresight to try and do that off camera.
Coercion. These are people that know he has a health issue. They don't care. They're going to use him for entertainment. And when he dies, they want him to give them an out.
Yo.
Mais imagine ça arrive pendant un moment où Zarmon le fait chier. Pendant une thyroïde. Pendant une thyroïde. Et je le sais, il meurt.
Parce que c'est aléatoire.
Il meurt dans mes mains.
Tu sais, ça peut arriver à n'importe quel moment. Imagine, ça finit une thyroïde et tu fais
n'importe qui aussi.
So all this is them just trying to coerce him into doing this because like it's not our fault if you just die. Just because someone's strangling you, that's kind of random. Aléatoire.
Yeah, aléatoire.
If you die while we're strangling you, that's random.
The thyroid thing, you know, it's just I'm choking you, but it's random.
Au moins, tu vois, on aura ce clip où on peut se dire.
C'est qu'il a raison, mais que ça peut être un homicide involontaire.
Ouais, alors que pas du tout, alors que c'est ton état de santé qui est minable.
They know that this
They even call it.
He said it might be an involuntary manslaughter. He's like,
No, it's really your shit.
wow.
Ouais, les gars, je suis vieux, hein, on sait jamais.
Non, mais dis-le bien, face cam.
Ah, mais je suis sûr, me dis rien, hein.
Je te
Je fais pas de creux, hein.
Ouais, mais
Personne.
Je crois que j'ai envie de te tuer ou pas?
Non, ok, on sait jamais.
He goes like, you want me to say it? And the guy's like, what, do you think I'm going to kill you or something? He's like, and the victim who ends up dying says, you never know. A couple days later. That's how twisted this shit is.
But
that's how dark. Because they're all going, well, you know, if I die on...
That's the thing, Amanax. So obviously I'm just going by what Abba and Preacher saying. I don't speak French. I don't understand what the guys in the video are talking about. But if what Abba and Preacher saying is true, which is that the dude was like clearly mentally slow. I don't know what a better way of saying that would be. Then yeah, I'm coming around to your perspective, Amanax. I am sort of tempted to call a spade, you know?
Stream, it's my responsibility.
Bah, c'est mon entière responsabilité.
Moi les gars, si je meurs en live, c'est mon entière responsabilité.
Ouais, si je meurs en live, c'est ma totale responsabilité.
Knowing damn well they abuse him only.
Bon, s'il m'arrive quelque chose en live, que ça vient pas
Clipper.
Que ça vient pas d'eux.
Ça vient pas.
Ça vient pas d'eux. See what I mean? So he's not only saying, okay, I'm gonna say it, but you feel the pressure right now.
Yeah.
If I die and laugh because these motherfuckers are abusing me, and it's not from them, so whatever, there's something that happened, and then I'm on myself and nothing happened, and I die, then it's good. But I'm not gonna admit that it's not gonna come from you because I'm under a lot of stress. That's what he says.
Yeah.
And that's very important.
Yeah. Even here, you can see it. They don't actually care for this man's well-being.
Yeah.
Time. There's a clip here, and I can play this one, thankfully, because it's not physical.
Comment bien, ta vie, c'est la défaite. Il le tue. Mon gars, ta vie, c'est la défaite. On a fait 6 mois, allez, 4-5 mois à Malte. T'es sorti 18 jours d'affilée, frère. 50 jours d'affilée.
T'as inventé un chiffre.
Ouais, pour
un nombre et tout, 18 jours.
T'es sorti 17 jours d'affilée. T'as même pas de stress. Tes lèvres, elles ont même pas effleuré les lèvres d'une autre meuf. T'as dépensé, mais des milliers d'euros. Frérot, tous les soirs, tu prenais des danseuses,
Non, pas tous les soirs.
Pas tous les soirs. Quand à ma période à moi, quand il était pas là, voilà, tous les soirs. Tous les soirs, t'en prenais une, et carrément, une fois, t'en as pris 300 balles. Les fils de pute.
I'm playing the clip even though you guys can't understand, just so you can feel the energy. But essentially, they're lambasting him for like going out and not having success with women. That's something that he's always wanted, never had. And they're making fun of him, even though you have money. You know, you go out, you're a fucking loser. The way they're breaking him down mentally, making him feel lesser than, making her feel like a total piece. Guy's already a bit slow, socially stunted. Now he's got all this social adulation. They control a lot of this stuff. That's how it plays into the whole control aspect, okay? And at one point, he tries fighting back. Like, he doesn't always just take it. This is him saying, I've had enough. You guys call me all these things. You treat me like garbage. So you can see, like, there's some real panic inside of him.
A single outburst like that should be enough for people to have looked into this, for Kick to have looked into this. It should have been enough. But it wasn't just a single outburst, was it? Jesus Christ, man.
These relationship like that, it's like this is what you see on live and everything and stuff, and then you wonder, why is he still there? Because of everything that happens after the live.
Oh, absolutely.
Sorry, but you know that these people, they like you. The same way he's talking to him, is bullshit that he's doing on live, and the people are paying, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that later.
Yep.
Because people are paying.
Yep.
He's doing all that, but to keep him there, that's like a beaten wife.
Yep.
To keep him there is always like, no, but they like you, and you don't, the money is good and this, that. The coercion is not just what they did there with, hey, let us say. It goes on. It's not just in one instant. It's for him to stay there. You best believe there was coercion. There's always talk in his head. There's always that.
Yeah, I've seen this in the military. I've seen the slow person in the military get taken advantage of.
100%.
Thankfully, the people who did it got taken care of eventually because they did it really too openly. But like when you're in these kind of social environments, it's probably even a lot worse in this, or maybe for different reasons, but it's like you have the social adulation. For him, he's probably never seen this kind of money in his life before. He's never had attention because he's always been an irrelevant person, and now he has it, and these guys control it. Like, you can understand the kind of pressures he's under. But let's watch this.
Pas le droit, arrête. Décolle, tu veux tricher? Tu veux tricher? Je te dis, oh putain, j'ai des médicaments. Je te dis, prends le bonbon. Non, j'ai des médicaments à prendre. Je vais pas prendre d'autres médicaments. Il y a un petit truc rouge sur ton truc de médicaments de merde.
They're making him take some kind of medication.
It's like it's just it's candies. It's sugar candy.
Yeah.
They gaslighting him.
Yep.
They're coercing him. No, it's just sugar shit.
Yeah.
It's just sugar stuff. Yo, there's a red thing on the pill case that you're giving me.
I'd be curious to see what the toxicology report says because it sounds like these guys might have been using some weird kind of drugs on him.
JP là il a bougé, il est parti. Donc il a quitté là pour rien, c'est lui qui sabote. On lui a rien dit, il lui a rien fait. Il sabote, je sais pas, il fait le malin, il est parti. Je veux que tu récupères les clés de l'appartement, de la voiture, qui paye le loyer qui manque, et il peut partir.
So here, they're playing a clip where he said he didn't want to do one of the challenges, and so they're saying, we're going to lock him out, we're going to take his car, we're going to lock him out of his own place. Just to show you, if he doesn't participate, the kind of consequences he faces. This next clip, this was taken 4 days before, and I'm going to translate because word for word it's important.
Go ahead.
Maman, comment tu vas coincer pour un moment avec son jeu de mort?
So he's reading now text that the victim sent to his mother. And he's reading the text that the victim sent to his mother, and the text says, hello mom, how are you? I'm kind of stuck in this death game. Now, when I read jeu de mort, when I heard that, I couldn't believe what it was because I'm like, I must mean something different. It's just death game. And I think they're doing dangerous games, and he's like, I'm stuck here, I can't. Now keep listening. His mom texts back.
Je te regarderai ce soir. Je pense que là, ça va trop loin, elle a dit.
His mom's saying, I think now you guys are, this is going way too far. Because she said she was watching this.
J'ai l'impression être séquestré avec leur concept de merde. Wow. Oui, c'est bon, on en est marre. Je ne veux me barrer. Autre, il veut pas, il me séquestre.
He says, I want to leave, but they won't let me. I feel like I'm being held hostage by what's happening here.
Ils ont pas de respect. Tu as maigri, tu es fatigué.
So his mom, I can see you. They don't respect you. You've gotten thinner and you look exhausted. It's not good. So she's noticing his deterioration. They're reading her text and laughing.
She's watching that live. Imagine what his mother must be feeling like. She's literally... She's watching those people do nothing short of slowly kill her son live on air. Well, that's also a good question to ask. Amanax, like, was she not able to contact someone, go to the police, anything really? Fucking hell, it's just so bizarre, all of it.
La grossi, ouais.
Mon regarde-moi. T'as jamais eu une meilleure mine que ça, fils de pute.
So he, now you can translate.
Gaslight. That. Hey, look at me. Yeah, you never look better,
hey, Ray.
Son of a bitch.
A bunch of kick streamers psychologically abused their co-streamer, person who lived in the house with them, to a point where he died live on air.
So I just wanted to play this clip to just see, like, there's even instances where he's texting his mom.
Well, sorry, not just psychologically abused, psychologically and physically, right? They were hitting him, strangling him, beating him, shooting him with a paintball gun. Hopefully, Amanax. Hopefully.
I'm being held here. And this is 4 days.
That's a cry for help. That's what you call that.
This is the general context. Again, I can't show you guys the video of the beatings. Like, at one point, one guy's got boxing gloves and he's just ribbing him the shit out. Like, especially a guy that age with his physical stature, you could bust his bones easy. He's been injured numerous times during these things. Now, I'm going to just go through the list of stuff that, from all the videos I've seen them do to him. There's been beatings and slap, freaking physical strikes to his face, strangulations, bag overhead. They've definitely done the asphyxiation like that. Electric shocks, like by dog collar, boxing glove beatings, exploding cigarettes, paintball firing, the sleep deprivation that we talked about, the brutal wake-ups. They sometimes just dump cold water on him live on stream. They've desecrated his personal items. His glasses have been stolen from him and broken. Some of these are weird. Made to brush someone else's teeth with a brush contaminated with urine. Made to clean toilets after someone else's waste. Someone shat in there.
I understood.
Cross-dressing and public shaming, forced to wear wigs, feminine attire, and paraded with obscene signage. Pipe gratis fellatio. Pipe gratis.
Pipe gratis.
Yeah, that basically means, you know, if you want to f with me, it's free. These are interesting ones. These are like parts of the coercion that were noticed down. There's like nicotine manipulation. Cigarettes were used as a reward for compliance and punish for refusal. Now, if you don't know, French culture is just synonymous with smoking. I think the highest rates of like cigarette smoking gotta be in France. Essentially, they would take away cigarettes, and then if you wouldn't complete acts, you wouldn't get access to them. And everyone with like a nicotine addiction can imagine how. And then forced participation. Sometimes they would force him to beat somebody up to then therefore justify when they go and beat him up. So a lot of like little mind games that they would play throughout. Anyways,
that is sociopath.
Yeah,
there's not just things that he would do, is that people would actually pay for those things to happen.
Yep.
And
not the first time either. We can talk about the streamers, and we should, and we can shit on the streamers, and again we should. The people who are doing that to him are disgusting subhuman fucking freaks. But there are people in Kick Chat who are paying to see that happen. Who keep paying to keep seeing that happen. And it's not just an instance like this one. How many times have we covered something where that is exactly what happens? There was a case, I think, what was it, a while ago, where there were Kick streamers who were going around threatening people with a gun. Like, it's just, there's so much fucked shit happening on Kick. And I think that they are at least, like, there's some kind of moderation now. There used to be none, but it's an absolute fucking freak show of a platform.
Platform encouraged that. Why? Because people are paying.
If you're wondering about the perpetrators, they've come out and made tributes to him.
The problem is that's the same shit that commentary does to lolcows, but it's okay because we dislike them. I don't know if it's the same thing, Mimic. I understand that we're talking about like inflicting mental abuse onto someone or mental anguish, and I understand where you're coming from, but this is different than what people do to lolcows, right? This is like 3 fucking levels above that shit. This is so much worse than somebody, I don't know, somebody fucking laughing at Wings of Redemption or Cyrax, right? Like they were beating him, they were punishing him, hazing him. Obviously, I understand what you're saying, but this is so much worse.
They've also denied any wrongdoing. I'm not even gonna play that stuff because it's fucking disgusting. I even said with Kick, like, when you have a platform which profits from degeneracy, there is no bottom. I think I jokingly said at one point, like, yo, someone's gonna get tortured on camera, we're gonna pay for it. The cyberpunk future that I mentioned is like, it's here.
It's not future.
It was happening the whole time. I just didn't know because I don't spend time on degenerate platforms. People are already getting paid for this stuff. There was one guy on Kick, he paid a prostitute to come over, banged her in front of her kid. Never got banned. It's like, what are we talking about? And the governments have to get involved.
Yeah.
They have to get involved. There has to be penalties allotted to these platforms. Otherwise, no one's going to punish them. Who's going to punish them? Degenerates are not going to punish them. If the law's not going to punish them, who will? They can't be sued. They live in foreign countries with laws that protect them from a lot of this shit. So if governments are not involved, I don't know what you guys are expecting is going to happen.
This is the people that we know about. Because we don't go on these platforms to just search for degeneracy. I'm pretty sure these are not the only people, especially on that platform. They allow it.
They profit from it.
They profit from it on top of that.
They promote it.
That's a big thing because now you have a mother that lost her son. Ooh, I hope something happens to these boys.
Yeah.
I really hope.
Keem would have done the same thing to Boogie and Wings. I don't know if he would have. I'm sort of inclined to just believe you because I dislike Keem quite a lot, but Keemstar is also a fucking animal, right? Like a lot of his shit gets sanitized by the passage of time, but like Keem at his worst was every call for him getting banned was justified. Fish Tank is also a good example. I hadn't actually watched that. I thought all of that was just... It reminds me of Pato streaming from Poland. Like, I don't want to watch any of that shit. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just so... Everything about it repulses me on, like, a primal level.
Something happens. I hope. Like, it's good that the police is in there, that the authorities are in there, and Kick. There's something that needs to happen on Kick.
Yeah, I mean, Europe is generally a lot better than North America and other parts of the world about going after these bigger companies. So I'm hopeful that they will. But beyond that, man, yeah, these guys are absolutely guilty in my opinion. I think this was premeditated. Not that they intended this, but that they were criminally negligent.
Oh, there's a lot of negligence.
And there's an obvious sense of like they know how dangerous what he was, because why else would they ask him to make that shit on camera? And that video, that clip we played, I promise you that's going to court.
This needs, and what happens in court, I really hope it needs to be an example. I remember back in my days there was Warrior sites and SnuffX. It's like if I put that on a platform and be like, yeah, it's just for free.
And there's ad dollars.
And ad dollars to that. So every time you submit a clip that is crazy, people getting tortured, you're gonna get money. That is crazy.
Yeah, but hey, listen, I'm curious what you guys think. But yeah, this was a fucked up one. And then, especially because we speak French.
Oh yeah,
when you understand what they're saying and the tone they're saying it with, like, there's a little extra hint of evil, because you can tell these people don't give a flying fuck about it. Like, it is very obvious. So, yeah. Anything else for you?
No.
All right, well, that's it from us.
I wonder what degree of, like, desensitization that is. If you're a regular human being, right? Like, not a sociopath, but what... how many things have to happen of like this variety in a row for you to get to a point where you're literally, because like they know what they're doing, right? When you live with somebody and when you're causing them like this type of mental anguish, you know what you're doing. You can see the results of your work day in and day out. When they punish him by like doing the shit that we've just seen listed, right? Brushing his teeth with a toothbrush fucking dipped in urine, making him clean the toilet after somebody's taken a shit, physically beating him, laughing at him for being less of a man because of romantic failures. You see the results of that day in and day out, and they just kept going. Wouldn't you, at some point, wouldn't there be, you'd hope there's a voice on the inside that tells you that maybe it's time you got a regular fucking job. Maybe putting fries in a bag is really not that bad if the alternative is fucking murdering someone live on air. At least fucking McDonald's cashiers make people happy. They give them food. This shit is just... You think he would not have hazed Boogie? I mean, they would have had physical encounters. I just don't think they would have had this type of physical encounters. It's like, again, you have to remember everything that Keemstar, that's actually, I hadn't thought of that up until right this second, but everything that Keemstar does, he does for the cameras. The type of shit that they were doing was so bad that Abba and Preach can't even show it to us. Because it's like on YouTube, you might get bonked for that. Fucking grim. Just absolutely reprehensible. Jesus Christ. I don't know if I want a brain break or if we're delving straight into the Destiny shit. They also did not think that they were killing the guy. I don't know, Mimic. I don't actually know if they didn't. Because at some point you should be sort of aware enough of what's happening that you see the consequences of your actions. Like, I'm sure they didn't intend to kill him, as in they didn't intend for him to die. But it's just... like, one follows the other. And like Ray said, yeah, these are grown-ass men. Grown-ass men are supposed to understand, like, the bare minimum of the consequences of their actions. I don't know. Sheesh. Okay. Chat. First of all, this game is confusing as fuck, okay? I've only been playing it for 20 minutes and there were 7 million different fucking little tutorials that popped up. I'll probably carry on playing it because I'm not going to learn how to play it unless I'm playing it, but Jesus Christ, that is a lot of different little fucking menus everywhere. Do we want to talk about the Destiny drama? I mean, we are going to talk about it. I mean, do we want to delve into it right now? Because there is a lot. There is a lot. How come the YouTube stream only has 1 like? True. Chatters, you gotta like the YouTube stream. Also, what happened? I don't know if you guys have heard this actually. This change is not going to make me start calling people out who are lurking because that's fucking unhinged. But I don't know if you guys had seen that Twitch has done some weird fucking changes recently where lurkers don't even get counted towards your view count anymore. It's super duper bizarre. I don't know what Twitch is doing. I think they were trying to make it so that doesn't, that stops the botters from botting, but I think they just fucked over every small content creator. It's very strange what they've decided to do. Whatever the case might be though. Oh, did you not hear of that, Beans? Oh, it's pretty. I've been seeing a lot about it on my feed. Yeah, apparently, if you lurk in someone's stream, it takes after a while it just stops counting you as a viewer. Bit unfortunate, isn't it? But okay, Destiny creep files. So we've got a lot to talk about when it comes to Destiny. A lot that I'm about to show you is censored, right? For obvious reasons. I don't want to be spreading somebody's docs. I just want us all to understand where this information is coming from and what this information says. I guess Keem got the hard line of not going too far. Well, to be fair, Keem went too far a few times. It was just his too far was it was just a different time on the internet, and it wasn't this type of too far. It was just categorically different. But yeah, so Destiny. Where do we start this story? All of the current controversy that's miring Destiny stems from the fact that he shared the nudes of a third party whom he recorded having sex with consent, the recording I mean. He spread that around without that person's consent. So that got leaked. That person said they never consented for their nudes to be shared around, and they sued him. And a lot of shit has happened since then. We've covered a decent amount of it. If you guys have never heard about any of it, it will be difficult to give like a good TLDR. But essentially, all of this roots around Destiny being a sex pest. Now, the person whom he shared those nudes to was 19 years old at the time initially we thought 19 years old at the time of that sharing, or 19 years old at the time of this controversy sort of taking place. Now, the timeline is still a bit fucky in my head, because to be fair, there is a lot in here to absorb, but the bottom line is that this 19-year-old Discord e-kitten who Destiny was sharing nudes with and receiving nudes from actually wasn't 19 when their relationship started, and when she was sending him nudes and when he was sending her nudes, she was 17 years of age. So she wasn't an adult yet. We've got information from, I would say outright, almost everything I'm about to show you comes from Kiwi Farms, right? That's where all of this is. I've just got it censored for obvious reasons. But the age of the person is currently 20 because they were born in October of 2004. Destiny started sexting them when they were 17 years old. The way how we found out that they're 17 is from a traffic ticket where their date of birth is listed as 10/04. Now, at first, people thought that this might be there's some date fuckery here or whatever. So just as an example, a completely different ticket belonging to a different person, just to show that this is month and then year, is 3rd of 67th. So this can't be anything else, because the 3rd of 67th can only be the month and the year. There is no month that comes 67th, there is no day that comes 67th. So 10/04, right? That's 4th of October. Look, you put a message so long, Chido, that it cut you off when I highlighted. We can see how long you've been subscribed for. We can't even see your name anymore. That's what this prioritizes. Destiny is a good example for someone that need to be set some hard lines for. I mean, as much as I hate the guy, I don't want him hounded to the grave. Well, he could set those lines for himself, right? You have to remember, everything that's happening right now is a consequence of his own behavior and a consequence of his own actions. And a lot of this, you will find out very soon that a lot of this actually comes from Destiny goading this. There is, obviously, this is included in this list of stuff that I will be telling you about, but the reason how Kiwi Farms managed to dox and find this person is because Destiny was so sure that they won't be able to, that he leaked the pictures that they used to find her. And Destiny was actively goading them into finding her. And they did. During the January investigation, apparently Pormanov and another streamer who was often similarly tortured strongly denied being victims of violence, stating that the events were staged in order to generate a buzz and to make money. So that might have limited what authorities were able to do at that point. Yeah, that absolutely would have. If authorities got involved and they told them that none of that is happening. Yeah, sorry, Amonax. Yeah, October 2004. Yeah, I was having a moment there. his own son outed him. There is a lot to... I'll be honest with you. Everyone weaponizing Nathan right now is sort of fucking disgusting. It's very strange to me because Nathan is a 14-year-old and people using him to get to Destiny just... I just find it very bizarre because there's mostly no reason to. There's no need. But also, I feel for the kid so much, bro. Imagine being a 14-year-old in this day and age and needing to navigate your existence on the internet when your father is like that. Like, do you remember ages ago when we would cover some more Red Pill-esque type of shit? I'd talk about how these people would often bring up that, like, well, what will happen if your mum's an OnlyFans creator or used to be? Then you will get bullied in school and yada yada and all that shit. Imagine if Destiny was your father. You can do it, Gastra. I believe in you. So obviously, after they've confirmed this date of birth, they started looking at other things. So they've confirmed her height from the same traffic ticket. Height being 62 inches, which is 5'2", which is exactly the same as from Rose's profile. Here is an exchange of Destiny and Solo. Solo being the person who leaked everything, who got access to Rose's account, who we also believe was Rose's boyfriend, who is also an adult, who was... The whole thing with Solo... Make note, I'll try and reiterate this. Hey Unix, how you doing, love? I'll try and reiterate this as much as I can, because this needs to be reiterated as much as I can. Everyone involved in this story, almost everyone involved in this story. Maybe when I mention Pixie, we can give her a break because, I mean, she's not really at fault for most of what I'm about to talk about. But Solo is an absolute fucking freak as well. Solo is an adult over the age of 18 who used Rose in order to get her to have e-sex and actual sex with other dudes that he would then record and sell when Rose was underage. Just so that we know that the type of person that Solo is. So here's Destiny talking to Solo. Solo saying, anyway, she was underage while sending you the vast majority of that stuff, and from what I've heard from her, you were pretty negligent about confirming her age, even asking for ID at what point on Twitter, then saying it was okay / a joke. Destiny responded with, that's pretty weird, considering that she told me she was of age and was selling not safe for work material to people, but okay. This bit here about asking for ID and then saying he doesn't care. There is a bit later on, there is a screenshot where Destiny is attacking Pixie over her past statements when she was younger that she used to have a fake ID. Don't let that distract you too much because Destiny didn't actually get the ID. It's not like Rose had a fake ID that she showed him. As far as we know, unless she did and he's just not sharing those DMs, as far as we know, he asked her for ID and then immediately backed away. So it's not like he got a fake ID. He was just told that she's over the age of 18. And he went with it, even though there were major fucking red flags, including the fact that the Twitter hashtag through which he actually found Rose and first got in contact with her, to my understanding, is a Twitter hashtag that was notorious for underage porn. Here are excerpts from legal filings regarding his interactions with Rose. So, based on information and belief, I have not sent the video to anyone other than Rose. I certainly have not sent the video to anyone since I sent the video to Rose on April 9th, 2022. The video is referring to the Pixie nudes. In early 2022, I was contacted on Discord by an individual who used the screen name Rose. Rose and I maintained an online friendship through 2023. During our friendship, we shared sexually explicit messages and content with each other, including the video that Plaintiff and I made together. I never identified Plaintiff by her legal name, her screen name, or otherwise in my communications with Rose. Likewise, Rose never identified Plaintiff by the name or otherwise. Can there be one influencer that gets outed for liking grannies instead of doing things with minors? Maybe one day, Dechi. That day is not going to be today. And a note here that he met her on Twitter and not on Discord. Oh, and this is what I was talking about. Destiny linking images of Rose in offline DGG chat that Kiwi Farms used to find her. With the offline DGG chat, we have to read bottom up. But we have to read bottom up screenshot by screenshot because otherwise, well, you know what I mean. So it's funny because they think I'm hiding stuff about Rose since she's underage. The only reason I haven't actually mentioned much more about her is because I know it makes those retards dig harder. Then a link was posted if they want more to go on. She went to blanked out college. Good luck. DGG is Destiny's community. DGG chat is the that's his website, the offline chat on his website. Destiny.gg is his website, and this is the chat from there. So he linked them the image that they ended up finding her by. Destiny. Kiwi Farm's ability to investigate anything is super pathetic. I thought it was some crazy investigator shit, but now I realized it was just no life obsessively stalking all of my social media that allowed someone to do it. Easy to do when you live on permanent disability. Also, I never said that pic posted was of me. It was a pic they sent from their school. Supposedly they were working on and blanked out. Good luck. Also, one more pic. I'm not in this one either if you can't tell. Okay, good luck. Sorry, done schizo posting in here. Good luck. He egged on the Kiwi Farms, and Kiwi Farms used the messages he provided to find Rose. That's the thing. So this story is so fucked on so many different, like in so many different ways. But Destiny has throughout this entire ordeal acted like an absolute moron. Because the problem that you've got is that Destiny was... Let's assume a scenario where Destiny was told that she's over the age of 18 and he just rolled with it. Taunted Kiwi Farms, but everything is J-Stalk's fault. Not just J-Stalk, someone somewhere, sorry. J-Stalk and Queeman's, right? Remember that Queeman is the big doxer man, okay? Queeman exists just to dox people. Queeman wakes up in the morning and the first thought in his mind is how to dox Willie Mac and his wife, and then he eats his cereal and he smokes indoors like a fucking animal, and he's just thinking of what the best way to dox Willie Mac's wife would be, and then he goes live on air and he denies completely doxing her, and then he goes back in the evening to doing doxing work on Kiwi Farms, because Queeman somehow in all of this is the source of all evil, and you need to remember that. Meanwhile, Destiny's actually sharing pictures of Rose that these people then ended up using to find Rose and find out that she was underage when they started talking. Other than that, sorry, because your message made me realize how fucking stupid so much of this is. When I say that Destiny's behavior throughout this whole thing was really, really stupid, is obviously you'll find out as I read through these, because there's quite a few more messages. But first of all, Destiny realized that Rose looks really fucking young. So he asked her for an ID. An ID which she hadn't provided, and he just moved on. And then he wanted to meet Rose. He wanted to get Rose to meet with him in real life so that they can have sex. And Rose said that she can't fly over to his, even if he pays for everything, because her parents won't let her, and they're very, very strict. And still, no red lights in his head, no fucking alarms spinning, nothing at all. And then, when he knows all of that, he's talking about how he would really love for them to have sex in his car in front of her house, so that he blows his load in her mouth and then walks her back home to her parents. And again, at no point is the dude like maybe putting certain correlations in his head together. And then there is another thing that people quickly dismiss, and I understand the stupidity of this, because this in and of itself is fucking worthless, frankly. But there is a bit which is, again, just silly in and of itself, but just adds on to everything here, where he found out that Rose had just had her braces taken off, which, again, you can get your braces taken off at the age of 20, or 25, or 30, or 35, or fucking 78, I suppose. Although I imagine at that age you'd probably just want, I don't know, like dentures or something, probably not using braces anymore. But it's just on top of everything else, you should, every red flag available was there. He had a light bulb moment, pondered on it for a second, and still chose to go on. Yeah, essentially the thing was that as long as there is plausible deniability, Destiny's good to go. If you think someone isn't 18, ask for an ID, rule 7 of the internet. I don't even know I don't understand the appeal. I'm gonna be honest, I'm so fucking happy that I have nothing to do with this lifestyle. I'm sure the money's nice, but the actual fucking moral reprehensibility that goes on with these people is just fucking yikes. Cheeto saying, DGG refers to his website which features its own chat, Destiny.gg. It also uses a shorthand for referring to Destiny's community of viewers. Yes. He's colorblind, he saw green. What he saw was somebody looking suspiciously young and then decided it's actually not that big of a deal. So, Destiny started sexting her at the age of 22 when she would have been 17 and continued for many months, allegedly until she turned 18. We have the solo logs to confirm that he was sexting her from the start of 2022, but here is Destiny in his own words saying as much.
Just tipped $1.
Look at all my
Imagine how disappointed Lauren Southern felt after finding out Destiny dumped all their logs to a literal 19-year-old. He's just started sexting.
Actually, we'd been sexting for months, thank you.
Just tipped.
He thought he was cooking. He thought he was cooking, chat. Let me see if that works, actually. Hold on. Is this? Okay, no, it is. It's just the monster is very green screen, but it works. That's good. Raise the age of consent to 19 and see who gets angry. All of them would. Yeah, that's the. I remember saying that a while ago. That like I would like to raise the age of consent to 19, not for any particular reason that has to do with like brain development or whatever. I'd do it just to see who gets upset by that. QQ, hey, do you have any actual evidence Solo enabled this when he was over 18 and Rose was under 18? I don't believe I have anything in here, but I do believe that was... I don't think that was being disputed currently. How are you doing, by the way, QQ? Long time no talk. How's life? How's everything? King Cobra really died? Yes, unfortunately. A lot of death today, so I didn't include that in the fucking preamble to the stream and the brain rot segment. But yeah, King Cobra also died. It's just everyone's fucking dying. It's very weird. I would like for it to stop. But yeah, to be fair, what I said about Solo is secondary of importance to anything here. It's just to my understanding that's when this started. As in, like, Solo was over the age of 18 and Rose wasn't. I think it's just Destiny's narrative to pass blame. There's no evidence. Maybe I've fallen for that. Maybe I've just seen his DMs and I assumed that to be the case because I hadn't seen anyone disprove that. But I think nobody's really bothering to disprove it because nobody's focused on Solo because it doesn't... Like, for the purposes of this, it's not on the focus, if that makes sense. But thank you for bringing that up then, QQ. Destiny's first response, I don't know, I haven't dug into it all, and she told me this is first response after the docs happened and after we had credible evidence that Rose was under the age of 18 when they started sexting. Destiny's saying, I don't know, I haven't dug into it at all. She told me she was 19 and there are logs confirming as much. If she was ever underage, and I expect all of them will be running to that Solo guy because he was recording 60 gigabytes of porn with her, lol. Then Destiny's saying the way that she would record video content is her boyfriend would record her on Discord while she fucked guys, and she would send me the video sometimes after, and her boyfriend equals that guy 100%. That guy here is Solo, right? He's talking about Solo. And here are some examples of some of the messages. Rose saying, oh my god, can you eat mine? Destiny saying, yeah, of course, holy fuck, your booty is so nice, would be awesome. I think one of the vids I sent was of me eating Melina's ass, right? Then there's a Google Drive link to pornographic evidence. Fingering is good, yes, and ooh, I'd have to download the app thing or whatever. Obviously, there are a lot of screenshots here. Don't particularly feel like reading all of them. Here is a mildly relevant one in the context of all of this fuckery, in that Destiny's asking if she's recorded any more blowjob or cum videos recently because she wants her to send them to him. And obviously if she was underage at this time, even if he didn't know, then I believe this would still be considered the solicitation of porn from a minor. Again, I'm not here to do legal analysis. I don't think anyone really cares about the legal analysis part of this whole fucked upness of it. It's just the reason why people are bringing it up is because there were red flags and Destiny just didn't care for them because plausible deniability was enough for him to not care. Which makes this all the more grim because all of this started by him sending her nudes of Pixie without Pixie's consent. Oh, here is the message I was talking about earlier. So Destiny invited Rose to fly over to his, and she responded, she said no, he was asking why, and she said, because my parents are like super, super strict. Don't do this, don't do that, don't go there, don't talk to blah, 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 blah. And Destiny saying, well, fuck, it would be so hot to drive you home from a date and make you suck me off in the car. I'd love to send you inside to your parents after making you swallow a full load from me. That's the response to her being that she can't do the given thing because her parents don't let her. Again, no fucking warning flags popping up in his head at all. Pretty sure it's a statutory crime, so ignorance means nothing. I'm going to be honest, I'm very skeptical of any idea, any possibility that like there's going to be legal consequences of this. I don't think anyone's going to pursue that. I don't think anyone's really going to. I don't think anything is going to happen about this, to be quite honest with you. I think this just the purpose that this shows really is to, for people like me, this doesn't really change anything that you thought about Destiny, anything that I thought about Destiny. Makes it worse insofar that he didn't bother fucking checking her age when he had every reason to check her age. But I already think nothing of him. Less than nothing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I already had this conversation with you guys. I already said that there is suspicion that Rose was under 18, and this fucking idiot didn't bother to check any of it. This could be used broadly by people on the internet, and it does appear like that's happening, at least to some degree, right? I've been seeing some Twitter posts, and we're going to go over to Reddit threads. This is being used by people to paint Destiny as a nonce, essentially, and to completely assassinate him for the outsiders who might just be here to partake in the drama. That sounds really pedo, that her living with her parents, having a curfew and being still a teenager was turning on. Well, yeah, but that's the weirdness of all of it, Amanax, because at no point he thought to himself that, like, bro, maybe I should really ask for that ID. I'm not saying there will be charges or anything, just the whole she tricked me doesn't play with statutory crimes, that's all. Oh, yeah, fair enough in that case, someone somewhere. Merit saying being online long enough, you know there'll be no legal consequences, don't get you caught, don't get your hopes up. The thing is, the only thing, maybe the only thing that this does is, I've been saying from day one, actually prior to day one, technically, depending on who you ask, right? We've had these conversations, I've been saying and I've been maintaining that Destiny should be on the sex offender registry. Now, I've been saying that Destiny should be on the sex offender registry because of what he's done to Pixie. This simply reinforces that Destiny should in fact be on the sex offender registry. Simple as. Some messages aren't... Oh no, because that's on YouTube. Okay, I'm just... I was going to say some messages aren't coming through on Twitch, but that's because this is not a Twitch message. I don't know what that is, Cheeto, but I believe you. Isn't Destiny on one already? No, Maciek. No. Nothing of that variety. I just believe that he should be. DMs of Destiny saying he's not sure of her age. Read from bottom up. So, November 24th at like 6 AM or 7 AM to me, JStalk, and then Destiny saying he brings it up and then drops it like immediately at 24 hours. Think of how stupid this is though. Like, I can sweep and meme my way through basically anything, even though some of it is really shitty. But if she was a legit minor, I am probably done. Why would he tread so lightly on this if he's 100% in on it? On YouTube, it does anyway, Amanax. It's just Twitch that's currently fucked. Because they wanted to deal with botting on Twitch. YouTube is very good. But so here's Destiny saying that if she was a legit minor, I am probably done. Now, he's not going to be done, but it's just the fact that he allowed for the possibility. Like, how... Fuck me. Destiny arguing on Twitter. Hassan talking about, we can't, I won't be able to click this. It's some Yeet post to do with Hassan and Destiny saying, the guy will literally do whatever it takes to avoid responsibility to the substance of anything. As sad as it is, I honestly think he would lose in a conversation against even Asmongold when it comes to defending his politics. LEB saying, I'm so curious, do you still think you can't sweep and meme your way through this like you did with non-consensual porn, or if not, what's changed your mind? Destiny saying, if she was a legit minor, can you tell me why no one seems to care that Solo was legitimately sex trafficking her and using her to honeypot people? Those are federal felonies, by the way. Actually, I've been thinking this over. I would like to see the police look into this, if for no other reason than he could be exploiting other girls. Only one of us can make that happen. Want redemption, Stephen? Go to the police tomorrow and give them everything you have. Also, it's so pathetic to me, and you see this more clearly as time goes on, especially when you untether yourself from the GG by and large. He does this very often, where it's like, how come nobody cares about this? The fact that people are attacking you doesn't mean nobody cares about this. It just means that those people at that point in time are talking to you about what you've done about a given thing. This is so fucking mental. Like, think about every time you've done something a little bit fucky and how you can defend yourself because there's somebody out there who's done an even worse thing, and really they should focus on them before they focus on you. It's like a 6-year-old arguing. Destiny's saying, I have nothing to give to them. Remember, the only reason they even found the Rose person was because I posted the pics in chat to bait them into looking. Seems pretty stupid to do if I thought she was 17, huh? Wonder if any of them will spend even half the effort looking for the child sex trafficker. Again, I don't even know if this counts as that much effort when Destiny provided them pictures that they then put into facial recognition softwares until something hit. Kids are starving in Africa. True, someone. That is actually the argument. Yeah, sounds like that might be a good idea, Gaster. The sex offender registry should not exist, but yeah, as long as it's there, put Destiny on it. Wait, what do you mean by that, Mimic? Why should the sex offender registry not exist? That piqued my interest there a little bit. Best guess, he thought being a minor would end him, but now that DGG is backing implied consent, he knows they won't care about her being 17. Well, because it boils down to the fact that she, presumably in all of this, lied to him that she is over the age of 18. But I don't think he... well, no, I should stop. I was about to say, I don't think he understands that a lot of people's problem is that he had every reason to assume she wasn't. He understands exactly that being the criticism from a lot of people. Destiny isn't oblivious. He's calculated, and he is a cunt. But he's not oblivious to any of this. He understands the counter-arguments. That's why he's weaving a narrative when none of this really matters at the end of the day, and it's not that big of a deal. By the way, how much can I Polish in the chat until it's too much? Generally speaking, Gaster, my language rule in my chats is basically that it's an English-speaking stream, but if you're having communication difficulties for whatever reason, you can switch to a different language that I understand, which to be fair is only Polish, really, unless there's a mod in chat who speaks yet another language, just to clarify something that you might be misunderstanding, and then we're back to English. In my Discord, there is a chat named Little Big Poland, where that rule is still in place, but it's far less strict. So Polish in there is, it's okay-ish. Like, I don't mind. It's just my moderators don't speak Polish, and I don't have the time to moderate myself everything. Do you know what I mean? He lied like Natalie Portman lied. He knew she was underage. That message to J-Stuck was before the Sunday Beckett video, so it was a totally different context. When you say it was a totally different context, QQ, it was still about Rose though, right? That's
another one.
That's what I'm remembering there. Oh shit, sorry. Oh, bit of a yawn. Somebody just followed or subscribed. My alert's a little bit fucked, it would seem, but thank you for the subscription, I believe. Just as a quick reminder, guys, if you are following me on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube. If you are subscribed on YouTube, also follow me on Twitch. I am multi-streaming. What are you talking about? I just joined Destiny. Destiny... Sexting a minor. So, LEB saying you have plenty, all of your chat logs, every other correspondence you've had on the subject, tell them you're worried that this guy's exploiting kids and spreading revenge porn. Why not? You've made a huge mess of everything in your life, but you can still try to do good. Destiny said, was in the process of doing that with my law firm in New York City, but the random extortion lawsuit that Pixie decided to drop on me, plus everyone else trying to push their own agenda on this, has exhausted my ability to do so. Oh well, at least it's getting some attention on Discord for people. Don't forget to take your anti-anxiety and antipsychotics before you sleep, Eli. Or Ellie. Which is just... Yikes. You understand that your deflection isn't working, right? Pixie isn't preventing you from going to the authorities and reporting a case of child exploitation that you have evidence for. Aren't you tired of this, man? To which Destiny said, let me know when you guys go after Solo. I'll be waiting to help. Nope, this one's all on you, Steven. This battle is one you're going to have to fight with yourself. Keep doing what you're doing or grow up. Nobody left for you to point the finger at. You know I'm right. I get to walk away from this. You have to live with yourself forever. Also, let me know when you guys go after Solo. Kiwi Farms doxed Rose based on pictures that Destiny provided. I imagine if they had access to those kinds of pictures from Solo, they would have used that too. Ellie is attacking Destiny because Destiny is on Twitter to be attacked, as in he is a target that you can tangibly grasp. Solo is not on Twitter. I'm pretty sure that if Solo was on Twitter, LEB would be going after Solo. So this whole you guys go after Solo thing is bizarre. It's just like a shitty deflection. And he posts some kind of an image. Ellie says, I don't know the reference. He posts the image again. Ellie says, thanks, that helps. So we go into the police. He posts the image again. Why are you trying so hard to draw clicks to avoid a conversation in which you can see that she was a minor? There's no way that you think best defense you have right now is I don't know, or I would have posted the picture. And then he keeps posting the image. Oh, this is what I was talking about earlier. I'm saying the current day context isn't relevant to Destiny thought process 9 months ago. That's all. I don't know. I feel like it kind of is. Because the subject matter is the same, right? The subject matter is Rose, and is the fact that he was uncertain about Rose's age. Was going to go after the guy who wronged me. People are mean to me. Yeah, and it carries on. So this was this is the bit that I mentioned earlier. So Pixie, as soon as this dropped, Pixie went on Twitter and she said the words, he knew. So Destiny quote tweeted her and said, remember to check IDs, guys, unless, and it's a screenshot of their Discord conversation, which goes like this. Pixie says, I'm not sure I'm pretty boring. I feel like I've told you everything, but I'm not sure. I learned how to bartend low-key in New York. Nothing fancy, just a college bar and simple drinks. And Destiny saying, ooh, even being underage, they let you? And Pixie saying, yeah, they didn't care, lol. And I'm pretty sure the owner of the bar is totally evading taxes and misreporting his numbers to the IRS. Everything there is basically in cash. Destiny, oh yeah, if people do a ton of cash businesses, then usually, yeah. Pixie saying, I also had a fake ID to get into most bars/clubs in New York City. No one really cares where your ID is from. Again, moot deflection because he was never given a fake ID. He just folded immediately, as far as we know currently, and after asking for ID, he figured, actually, I've changed my mind, I don't need the ID anymore. Which is just so pathetic. It's just, everything here is so fucked. He was trying to parry, but he missed everyone, and Ellie got tired. Yeah, it's just, he's trying to maintain the type of person that he is. Anything else on indefinite hiatus? Oh yeah, Dan was saying, I'm putting anything else, the podcast that he does with Destiny, on indefinite hiatus. Anyways, I'm going back to Rust now. And this is a super fucking relevant clip. This is from JStalk. It's a very short clip. I'll let you... I'll let you listen.
Your hands aren't clean. You said we loved Dan at the time. We didn't. Hey, was the gun to your head? Was the doxing gun to your head, Placido? Or was the doxing gun to my head and other people's head, okay? We love Dan.
This is a confirmation, in case anyone's a little bit confused, that the reason why there was a shift in J-Stalk's narrative for a little bit, the reason why he started talking about how Dan is actually not a problem, we love Dan, even though Dan is fucking unhinged, is because Dan at the time obtained J-Stalk's docs and threatened to release that docs should J-Stalk not fall in line, according to J-Stalk himself, according to this clip. This is just the conclusion that I'm drawing from this being said by J-Stalk. Dan getting out is huge, even if he comes back. So with Dan, I'm sort of mixed in my opinion. So I'm curious what you guys think, especially if you know Dan, right? Because I know that he has a big fan base, so to speak. So I've heard, so Dan has daughter or daughters, plural, I'm not entirely sure, who are also in their late teens, I believe. So I was seeing that some people were saying that like maybe that was the straw that broke the camel's back, because he sort of understood that like his daughter potentially would be on Destiny's crosser insofar as he doesn't give a fuck to confirm age if he's attracted. But then I'm also thinking of like all the fucked up shit that Dan has done in the recent months, and I'm thinking if this would actually be the thing that makes him fuck off, because he would have already known at this point about all of this, because he's so much deeper in it than all of us are. Like, I don't believe that Dan had no fucking idea. Dan doesn't care about that, it's purely optics. I can't help but remember when Dan was threatening to dox that Twitch employee unless that Twitch employee provides him all the information that he was asking for in order to go after Hassan. Like, I remember how fucking unhinged all of that was. And all of this, anyway, this has been spreading like wildfire on the internet. It was slow on the first day, but then it quickly picked up. And also, this clip from... The reason why this clip from J-Stalk is kind of relevant, and I'm assuming it's true because I've got no reason to assume otherwise, right? But it's not like I have an insight into what's happening behind the scenes. The reason why this clip specifically from J-Stalk is relevant, because it now opens up the idea with some credibility behind it, that whenever you've got a streamer... I'll use Quimman as an example. Just hypothetically, right? Because I don't watch streamers, but I'll use Quimman as an example because it was just the first one to spring to mind. If you've got somebody, let's say Queeman, going after Destiny, and then suddenly there's a sharp change of the narrative, there is either silence or there is like we're pro-Destiny now, whatever the fuck, there is a non-zero chance that the reason why that happened is because Dan and his cronies managed to obtain Queeman's docs and are threatening him with it. And now we know that might be the case, as unhinged as that sounds, because that is literally what they've done to J-Stalk. Dan doesn't want Destiny to ruin his bridge with Ethan either. Oh, did you see Ethan insulting Destiny? Like, I think it was last night or night before that. It was so funny because it doesn't even have anything to do with this Rose situation. Ethan was angry at Destiny that Ethan had a slam dunk against Hassan over what Hassan said about Healer, and then Destiny came in and told people that it would now be justifiable to murder Hassan, and now Hassan gets to play the victim. And the thing that entertains me the most about that entire arc of a story is that Ethan didn't actually have a slam dunk. Ethan had like a, I don't know, emotions-induced fucking lack of reading comprehension. Lack of listening comprehension, I suppose, on this one specifically. And granted, his emotional state is more understandable than it is not understandable. But at the same time, he had absolutely no slam dunk. Now he's just attacking Destiny because Destiny fucked it up for him even more. Even better is Destiny reacting to Ethan. Wait, I didn't see Destiny reacting to Ethan. Also, I've just now realized why you're doing the Des 17, as in I for the 1 and T for the 7, and Rose was 17 years old. I can't believe it took me this long to put 1 and 1 together. Fuck me. Ethan was way more helpful in Dan's crusade against Twitch than Destiny. Yeah, of course. Destiny has been nothing but harmful to that crusade as of recently, I feel like. But this brings us to these two Reddit posts. You've got one on r/YouTube drama, and you've got one on r/livestream fails. The livestream fails one being Destiny accused of sexting minors, and YouTube drama, Destiny got credibly accused of sexting a minor and distributing her child porn today. I'm starting to think everyone is part of the Epstein cabal. Destiny Discord sex kitten Rose got doxxed today, and it was revealed through public filings that she has a date of birth of October 2004. Destiny in court documents said that her sex tape of him and Pixie, that he sent her the sex tape of him and Pixie on brain lag. On April of 2022. She wasn't 18 until October of 2022. There's then allegations that he distributed this 17-year-old porns to 10 individuals over Discord to help her find for him distributing CP. Yes, fuck, I forgot about this. I forgot to mention this earlier. So, Destiny made a private Discord with Dan and a handful of other individuals. I believe the member list got published on the farms as well, but I'm not 100% sure, and I don't want to direct traffic to information that I haven't confirmed yet. But essentially in there, he was sending some of the videos around to see if based on those videos they are able to track who Rose is, just to sort of get ahead of Kiwi Farms. And he might have also shared the videos that she sent him when she was under the age of 18. Which is just incredible, because now everyone in that Discord is in possession of something they shouldn't be. Oh, okay, a moderator action. I'm locking the comments because people can't help but bring up 3 banned topics in a post that has nothing to do with them for some damn reason. I know, you know why those topics are banned? It's mostly because people are just so annoying whenever they're brought up, and it's always a shit show. People see Destiny and go, what about this guy and his fans? And somebody else goes, you're stupid for liking that guy because he claimed this guy did that when he didn't do that. This guy supports this bad thing, and then this bad thing isn't as bad as this thing. And the mod queue gets flooded with misinformation reports. Okay. What this means, I think my best guess here is that people started talking about Hassan, and then this devolved into Israel-Palestine. Funniest thing is that Destiny's Crusade is fumbling so hard that Hassan gets to be on mainstream news and podcasts. To be fair, it's not Destiny's Crusade, right? It's Dan Saltman's. We should be specific about that, because Dan is the one who's spearheading everything about that crusade. You mean the guy who tweeted out that you should check out 15-year-olds? You forgot the tweet where a girl claimed she was... Yeah. Also, Destiny has Destiny has got a long history of making jokes sort of charged around the idea of underage people being sexy. And those were already pretty distasteful at the time, but he has like a dark humor, edgy-esque sort of approach to life, so people mostly just ignored them. Except now, all of those are resurfacing because he was sexting a 17-year-old. Sounds pretty good, Gaster. Crunch is always good. Take care, Twinkie. Thank you for being here. There is no LSF thread because the mods love him over there. He's not part of the Epstein cabal, lol. Also, this is the least surprising development of all time. Yeah, the comments are pretty harsh on Destiny. I'm curious about the LSF thread as well. Here is a post on Twitter from Dexerto saying streamer Destiny has been accused of sexting and sharing pornographic material with a 17-year-old girl. Twitter users, including his own son, are sharing evidence of sexual chat logs between Destiny and the minor. And for those, J-Stuck saying, for those who wonder how the information about Destiny's underage sexting partner was found today, look no further than the omniliberal himself. In May, he decided to taunt his Kiwi Farms thread openly while providing additional private information to them. Logs read bottoms up. Gato Fumador saying it has now been 100% confirmed that Rose was 17 at the time the streamer Destiny was exchanging pornographic material with her, anything sent prior to October 2022, placing him in direct violation of numerous state and federal statutes. This say Dexerto parody account. Oh, I didn't even know that. other thing about this that was sort of indicative, though not a direct fact still, is the fact that Rose, to my understanding, as soon as she found out about what Kiwi Farms are doing, the social media of hers quote unquote, because people are arguing it might not have been hers, have gotten deleted. So it was her. It's difficult to arrive at any other conclusion. Yeah, here is the quote I've already read to you guys. Destiny being weird as fuck over the driving her own thing. Somebody saying I'm not surprised. Why aren't there any clips of all the streamers who covered this yesterday? Oh, I wonder if LSF was deleting those. His own son is calling him out, that's wild. Wow, it's always the ones you most expect. Everyone asking where's the proof he didn't know she was 17, while conveniently ignoring the part where he asked her if she was legal and then kept sexting when she didn't answer. I don't think the argument he didn't know she was underage works when he ignored all the red flags. He's old, smart, and experienced enough to verify the age of a sex worker on Twitter that uses tags that are often used by minors. Yeah, I feel so bad for his son. She was just 3 years older than he is now. I feel bad for Nathan and all of this in general. I mostly feel bad for him because he is being like taken advantage of by so many weird fucking freaks. People like Drew Pavlo doing interviews with him to get his 2 minutes of fame off of like the mental anguish of a 14-year-old whose father is like fucking nonce adjacent and definitely deserves to be on the sex offender registry, and whose mother, according to Nathan himself, is like also mentally unstable and he needs to be like the stable one in the household. It just, everything about that is just completely fucked. People using him for like the little dub is just so cringe. Ryle seems to have a scoop over the Pixie court case. Ryle likes to yap. I haven't watched Ryle in a while. What's the scoop, though? Wasn't Drew supposed to be in jail or something? I think he's going soon, maybe? Fingers crossed? Or maybe he ended up finally paying the fine? What is his ex-wife even doing? Does she have no control over what their son is doing? She presumably has some level of control, does she? But I'm actually not clear on what the agreement between those two is or how it works. I don't know. The whole thing is just fucked. As a quick reminder, guys, jump in my Discord if you haven't done so already. Like and subscribe and do all of that good shit. Oh, by the way, Cheeto, is chat good now as far as the sizing goes? Are we satisfied with this, or do we want to make it a little bit smaller still? My ears and brain are bleeding. Yeah, don't worry, Diz, don't worry. I've got Silent Hill F gameplay demo if we want to do a wild topic change. I mean, I'm looking forward to this game releasing. I don't know if I want to delve into this right after all of this Destiny news, but I'll probably play this on stream, and I've heard good things about this game, so we can check it out, see how we feel. And you know what? It will be a bit of a brain break, given everything that I've just told you about. And also, on top of that, Path of Exile 2, the new league, is launching in a week, I believe. So if you play Path of Exile 2 and you've been looking forward to that, then yeah, we've got an actual timeline now. And they've announced the next expansion for World of Warcraft, if anyone gives a fuck about that. I don't think I've got anyone playing WoW in here other than what I used to years ago. Well, yeah, I got some gaming news. Was this the same game we watched some footage of on Wednesday? No, that was Resident Evil 9. This is Silent Hill F. Yeah, that's based, actually, that's based. Well, let's check it out. Let's see, this one's set in Japan, so you know it fucks. Oh, actually, let me check that out first, Aminax, and then we can do Silent Hill F.
Did you put it in? I couldn't.
That's very quiet.
Yeah, I put it in.
Okay.
What
that is every guy's worst nightmare to hear that. Those words made me shudder.
Did you put it in? I couldn't feel it.
Yeah, I put it in.
Oh, poor Sea Dog. Didn't even know. Was the TLDR on Silent Hill A to E or whatever they're called? I don't think there's. I don't think they tie into this one. It's just a horror game, Chido. I don't think there's. If there are links, then I don't know about them. In today's day and age, Chido, you need to stop thinking about. I know it's fucky, but you need to stop thinking that because a game has like the name of the franchise and then a number after it, and that's the series installment and it ties into everything. Because as weird and counterintuitive as that is, so often it just doesn't do that anymore. And then you've got franchises like Battlefield where none of that happens. Oh, she's got a knife.
"トゲを抜いて」ってどういう意味?
The one on the right had a sickle in its hand, so I imagine it will try and whack her with it. Ooh, okay, hold on. We will go ahead and watch. We will go ahead and move on to that. On his main channel, QQ. Oh, yep, 8 minutes ago.
I reported Destiny to the police. This is not clickbait and entirely has to do with the DMs he sent me. A few days ago, a Reddit post showed that the girl Destiny shared Pixie's nudes with was seemingly confirmed to be 17 years old due to her getting doxxed. There is almost a 0% chance that she was not 17 during that time. So I do what I usually do and reached out to get a comment. He said the girl, Rose, told him she was 19 and in college at the time, and that the leaker Solo, who is her ex-boyfriend, confirmed that she lied about her age to him. This is true. In similar scandals, this is where people usually argue, is he lying? Did he actually know the age? Is it his fault if he was catfish? I usually wait for all the details to come out before I comment. This is not why I went to the police. It's because he continued to write, I didn't know this until way later, but the videos she recorded with other guys, the file names are like screen recording, blah, blah, blah. And then he shows me a screenshot of the top of a video clip and says, her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. Well, this is insane to me because he's saying Rose's boyfriend recorded CP while sending me a screenshot of the alleged CP. So I asked to confirm if he just did that. If you were sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny replies, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started.
What are you doing, bro? Hold on, I wanna... Her boyfriend was recording these on Skype calls. That's just absolutely insane to think about him doing all of this if she was 17. William Maxon, if you are sending me this, I'm guessing you still have that video. Destiny, depends on why you're asking. But yes, I created a copy of all of our messages and everything when the court case started. Bro, there's been allegations since at least my last video that she was underage and you still have potential CP of her. Destiny saying I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all the important videos, / relevant conversations with her, Solo, Pixie, Stray, Red, Erin, etc. That's nuts, man. I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, lol. I don't know if it counts as hiding / destroying evidence. But then why are you sending it to other people, though? Like, why is this still a thing that you're doing?
why you're asking. But yes, I created copies of all of our messages and everything when that court case started. Just to be clear, he's admitting to having alleged CP downloaded on his computer. He literally has the video open as I'm talking to him. I go, bruh, there's been allegations at least since my last video that she was underage, and you still have potential CP of her? He replies, I have an obligation to preserve relevant evidence, etc. So I created backups of all of the important / relevant conversations. He continues, I don't think I'm allowed to delete it, lol. I don't know if it counts as hiding / destroying evidence. And I reply, talk to a lawyer, that seems crazy to me. Who keeps this sort of stuff on their computer without 100% knowing if they're supposed to or not?
Who sends that stuff to other people without first consulting a lawyer about this?
Isn't that something you want to confirm? I continued, you just let me know you have CP videos saved to your computer. You knew it was alleged that she was underage. You still have them. Do you see how f***ed this is? So now I've confirmed.
His $2,000 an hour lawyer can't tell him that. His $2,000 an hour lawyer is too busy protecting Prince Andrew from fucking rape allegations, is my guess.
That this guy has child porn on his computer. In my 8 years of reaching out to people over allegations, I've never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he sent me was, 1, I don't even know 100% if her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So we went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but that went from to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So we went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to CP for a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. I don't know. LawTube can figure that out. 3, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all of this stuff? Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is not pursuing at all. Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound advice that came from his lawyer. Maybe he's lying and just saying anything to make it sound better to me. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer. I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs, 60 gigabytes according to him. Seriously, how does he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense. For all he knows, her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 30.
It's literally what someone somewhere was saying. Like, how can you have all of this smoke for me when there are children starving in Africa?
3, I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
William, how you doing? It's Officer again.
Hello, nice to speak with you again.
I have a question.
Sure.
You had screenshots or copies of the...
Yes.
What you guys spoke about having child porn and all that?
Yep. I also sent him my DMs with Destiny. I don't know if anything will come from this. I don't like leaking DMs, as me respecting what creators want on and off the record allows me to talk to all sides of the situation, builds trust with the creator.
I like on and off the record shit can't be applied to this type of shit. Do you know what I mean?
And also allows me to get follow-up statements for when the drama develops. But when you tell me that you're in possession of and going to remain in possession...
Also, yes, Gaster. That's the thing that always, I don't know if people know or if people understand. So ever since I started recording videos on YouTube, sporadically as I do that, I've truly grown to understand what 60 gigabyte of porn videos actually means. Like, do you understand the number of videos that needs to be? The length of those videos if there's not that many of them? If these are like 20-minute videos, do you know how many you need to make up 60 fucking gigabytes?
...of CP that...
Chido saying his lawyer needs to know the updated age about Rose's... The update about Rose's age. This is going to change the calculus about his general advice. Yeah, of course. Hey, Merrick's, thank you for the 1 biddy. See, if those were 2 biddies, right here, you would have seen a thing thrown at my face by the Twitch integrated throw-in system. But at least 2 biddies are needed for that to work. Maybe this is why Dan got out last night. Actually, true, QQ. Yeah, I hadn't even considered that until now, but maybe. What if they're in 4K? I don't want to think about him having 4K CP on his computer.
confidentiality is over. I shouldn't even need to say that. If Destiny ends up being legally in the right to keep it, then fair enough. If he ends up getting charged, then I'm glad I did something. I'm just trying to do the right thing in a situation I've never been in before.
Jesus. Now you can beat the Destiny supporter allegations and people will say you're sweeping for him. Willie is actually BFFs with Destiny, which is why you won't call him out. Crowd is oddly silent right now. Everyone's going to be jumping ship. Everyone's going to be jumping ship, and there are going to be so many... Bro, I've said this before. I'll say this again. People who stayed tethered to Destiny after the first set of leaks, after we found out what he's done, those people are fucking retarded. But imagine what... It's just... Everything about this is grim, but why? They've done this to themselves. They truly have done this to themselves. People like Erudite, Dan, Counterpoints, fucking, what's her face? Jesus, terminally online, Asian, records like 17 videos a day, can't make an argument to save her life, but she'll still engage in all of this shit. Outed herself as having POCD and then got soft cancelled for being into kids, even though that's not what POCD is. Food shops, yes, food stamps, nice one, Beans. Food shops, that's what I'm thinking of, food shops, yes. All of these people are going to be under so much scrutiny now, and they've done this to themselves. I say, I need to stop questioning my intuition at every single step of the way. It's so easy for me to think something and then talk to someone and immediately start questioning myself. But time and time again, it's just every vibe feeling that I have about Destiny, I just keep being justified in those. Gotta hand it to him. Willie stands on business. I don't even understand what the fuck Destiny was thinking sharing that with him at that point. What did he think Willie's gonna do? What did he I don't... I feel like I'm getting lazy with my commentary because so often recently my actual conclusion is, what were these people thinking? But what were these people thinking? What was Destiny thinking? Erudite's gonna be, I'm gonna be very curious to see what happens with Erudite's online career now, because she has been, for as long as I remember, completely tied to Destiny. I'm not even saying this necessarily maliciously, just more so out of curiosity. I wonder what's gonna happen to someone like Erudite, because her entire online existence is she's tied to Destiny via fucking steel umbilical cord. You can't just cut that shit and move on. But yeah, Jesus fucking Christ. So yeah, Willie's her visa is tied to the business too. I think it might be QQ. I have no confirmation on that, but that sounds plausible to me because I know that she's moved over for the purpose of running that podcast with Destiny. Just, I want you guys to think about, what is it, the last year and a half of Destiny's career, I want to say? He's had his own stream, obviously. Anything else? Bridges podcast. The new podcast that he was about to start doing with Pisco. Talking about starting a media company, right? Very controversial figure, but with a very solid, very strong fan base. Talking about the even prior to that, which he ended up not releasing, and I'll continue shitting on him for that forever. But talking about the January 6th video, fucking absolutely annihilating maggots in debates. This is currently as well in Trump's America. This is a very good ecosystem for him because he thrives in that type of an environment. Literally on the verge of starting his own media empire, to a point where a lot of people's first initial thought about his soft cancellation that would have proceeded in their mind was to say that you can't cancel someone like this because he's too important for democracy. In these people's mind, Destiny was crucial for democracy as a whole. And all of that is going into the absolute shitter now because he was in such a lack of control over his own desire to goon that when he had every reason to assume the person he's sexting with is under the age of 18, what he actually proceeded to do was send her sex tapes of other people who trust him, whilst also talking to her about fantasizing coming in her mouth right before she like goes back home to her parents. It's so fucked, bro. It's so actually fucked. But Destiny has been removed from the podcast IRRC, and not so much removed as not a co-host, but he's still very much tied to it. He is still, like, he's still the owner. He's still the one in control. If Destiny didn't know what to do, he could have just asked ChatGPT, which correctly advises 1, stop handling the files immediately, contact your attorney, contact police, ideally through your attorney. Okay, never mind. I have no idea how much video it is anymore. From a video file calc size, I found that in 60 gigabytes, you can have either 5 hours of 1080p to 1 minute of 4K, very depending on the format. Yeah, let's be honest, it wasn't going to be 4K though, right? It's what are the odds that this is what we're talking about here? Gooning will be the downfall of Western civilization. Bro, I am a huge gooner. I love to goon, okay? When UK was announcing their shit, when Europe was following, my first thought was that I need to get a VPN and I need to protect my ability to goon. Gooning is one of the tenets of Western civilization through which we thrive. Okay, never in my life have I done anything even fucking remotely close to the fucked up life and adventures of Destiny. Like, this isn't just gooning. We need like a different word for this. Like, what's a word that encapsulates your addiction to sex being so perverse that you are facing a very real possibility that you have recognized that the person you're sexting with is under the age of 18 and you just don't care? Like, you just do not care. You ask them for their ID, they tell you they're not going to give it to you, so you just carry on as though that didn't just happen. You make multiple remarks over how young they look. They tell you that their parents won't let them meet you because they're strict and they have curfew. They talk to you about just even something as stupid as just having their braces removed. And he just carries on. You mean from the business? I'm pretty sure Erudite explicitly said, Beans, that that's not the case. I have a like a strong memory of that in my head. It's stuff shared through Discord too, and it's homemade porn, so it's not going to be great quality. Yeah, it's definitely not going to be 4K. So even if we assume 1080p, by the calculations that Gaster has done, that's 5 hours of footage. 5 hours of footage of an underage person. Do you understand that? And then he goes and he opens up one of those videos and he screenshots the top of it and he sends it to his commentary YouTuber friend. That sounds like a natural 1 insight roll with a disadvantage due to goon. That sounds... We need more than that, Monolith. Do you know what I mean? More than that. Higher level is just so fucking stupid of him. And hey, I will maintain what I said, I think somewhere near the beginning of the coverage of all of this. Not today, but like, I mean beginning as in fucking way back when. He's done all of this to himself, and ultimately he deserves everything that's happened as a result of it. His behavior from the get-go was fucking reprehensible. He had maybe 1 day of empathy in him, and then as soon as Pixie decided to take a route that he didn't like, he turned into a fucking monster overnight. And then other people also attacked Pixie over doing shit like asking for the... Like, how many people have ridiculed Pixie for asking Destiny for $1 million when Pixie was advised to ask Destiny for $1 million by both Straighter Raid and by Dan, when Dan is like Destiny's right-hand man? And then she asks for that $1 million and suddenly she's extorting him. And then the fucking retard, President Sunday, makes a video where he villainizes Pixie. And to this day, Destiny and others are still using that as an argument. Now, Destiny isn't using that thanks to President Sunday, but now there are actual lefties out there who believe that too, that she was fucking extorting him. Jesus, everything about this is just so pathetic. Is empathy so important? More important thing is to just not be a dick. When I say that he had 1 day of empathy, Carol, I mean that I think it was the immediately after all of this leaked, he was telling Pixie how sorry he is and how he betrayed her trust in the worst possible way, and he wants to make this right. And as soon as she thinks of a way to make it right, he will do it. Like in those DMs with her, when that happened, he was empathetic to his to what he did to her. And then immediately straight after, didn't give a fuck anymore. Now he's goading her, he is attacking her, he hired a pitbull lawyer just to try and rip her to shreds. A pitbull lawyer who like specifically specializes in getting rapists off. I mean, for sure that too, Carol, but I think I would assume it was genuine. At that point, I can't think of it not being genuine. My friend gave me a clear answer to all the censorship that would make sites require our IDs. Poland will not take it, as our constitution says that we can't be required to give personal information out like that, and Polish people do not like people messing with the constitution. I don't know. Our constitution gets messed with all the time, and I don't think we're going to be immune to this, bro. I wish, but I don't think so. Navrotsky's going to fold. If Destiny screws up by deleting the files on his own, he could potentially face sanctions for spoliation, evidence tampering, but a judge is probably going to be understanding of its potential CSAM. It's not a huge deal. If Destiny screws up by knowingly hanging on to it, that's just a felony. Well, now he's also sending it to other people. Granted, not the explicit video to my understanding from this exchange is the title of it, but still. I know it's a job, but if your expertise is allowing rapists to walk free, you're a horrible fucking person. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, Amanax. I know it's a job, but we both know what that job is, right? We both know what he's doing. You shouldn't... call a spade, right? That lawyer is a vile cunt. That's just what he is. Like, actual piece of shit. He's doing his job. His job is to be a piece of shit. But he chose that job. He went into that field. He took that role. He is doing that. That's just who he is. I don't know, Carol. I understand what you're saying. I think that if he had no emotional empathy, he wouldn't know how to manipulate people as well as he does. I think he knows the kinds of emotional responses that he causes and how he causes them through what behavior of his. Plus, like, his emotional outbursts sort of indicate that he has like that part of his brain, if you know what I mean. Jesus, what a fucking day, eh? What a day. Good on Willie, though. Genuinely good on Willie Mac for doing this. Still unbelievable to me that he would just... I wanna see this bit again, their exchange.
Never had anyone admit that to me. The last message he sent me was, 1, I don't even know 100% of her age was legitimately less than 18 when these were taken. So basically, he's not 100% sure if he has child porn on his computer. He's just 99% sure. Got it. 2, I'm pretty sure I have an obligation to preserve stuff related to my court case. I've talked about it with my lawyer already, specifically with regards to the Rose stuff. So we went from, I don't know if I could delete this, to my lawyer says it's totally fine to keep. I don't know the law, but the idea that his lawyer would tell him to hold on to CP for a civil case just doesn't seem likely to me. I don't know. Law...
No, Chido. I was sent what they filed, and I was asked for my opinion on it, but I haven't actually had the time today to actually open it up and read it through properly. And I don't like looking at legal stuff haphazardly, because then you end up like President Sunday. So not as of yet, no.
can figure that out. 3, if something were to come out of this, I don't know if I'd want to wipe everything and not have something to...
Yeah, Matt, but I'm not talking about psychopathy or sociopathy. I'm talking about Destiny specifically. After years of having watched him, I don't believe he's either of those things. He has, like, he's displayed levels of understanding of empathy that go beyond just the theoretical application. Like, he's like fucked in the head, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, he's not a sociopath. Plus, I think he might have actually been tested. I remember when everyone was like, the sociopathy meme was popular, I'm pretty sure he got tested, and he's just not one. The reason why I try and not even go in that direction is because I feel in my head, maybe subconsciously at some level, that this almost absolves him of responsibility because he just is like this, you know? There is just some brain chemical shit going on. But there isn't, right? He is vile, all of his own accord.
Turn over to the authorities. If hypothetically, whenever a political creator is about to give a hypothetical, you know you're about to hear some weird shit. If hypothetically her boyfriend or whatever was actually trafficking her or getting her to fuck other dudes on video for him, and if there was ever some kind of investigation into that, am I hurting the chance of looking into him by deleting all of this stuff? Oh, so now the reason he's keeping the CP is because of a hypothetical criminal case that he is...
I understand you, Matt, but I'm not saying that he's not a sociopath just because of the empathy point. I'm saying that he's not a sociopath and he's displayed characteristics that make me believe he isn't one over the years.
Is not pursuing at all. Okay, maybe these reasons are legally sound.
Oh, I saw that
that
QQ actually. I saw people say that. If that's true, then he's just fucking himself. And I kept saying, I don't believe that Destiny's going to lose the court case on the bit of what he did, right, which is the sending the sex tape around. All of this extra shit, lying under oath, just unsealing transcripts of his own fucking accord like he's Trump, that shit might get him. That's just stupid of him.
He's lying and just saying anything to make it sound better to me. I don't know, I'm not a lawyer, I just know this guy's admitting to having CP in my DMs, 60 gigabytes according to him. Seriously, how does he know the amount if he doesn't have it? Also, how does her boyfriend being in the wrong somehow make Destiny in the right? It makes no sense. For all he knows, her boyfriend could have been 17 as well. Dude, you were 33. I reported this to the police and recorded my interactions and calls with the detective.
William, how you doing? It's Officer again.
Hello, nice to speak with you again. Sure.
You had screenshots or copies of the...
Yes.
When you guys spoke about having child porn and all that?
Yep. I also sent him my DM.
Yeah, so we've got the... This is it, right, Shido? Wait, gotta go on Twitch. Well, Carol, you're welcome to lurk around in both chats or to take part in both chats. We be vibing. Okay. Plaintiff Jane Doe's motion for order to show cause why defendant should not be held in contempt and request for sanctions and injunctive relief. Covers now plaintiff Jane Doe by and through undersigned counsel and hereby moves for an order requiring defendant to show cause why he should not be held in civil contempt for willfully violating this court's order, sealing the transcript of June 3rd, 2025 preliminary injunction hearing, and respectfully states as follows. Hell yeah, Amanax, hell yeah. Introduction. Plaintiff respectfully moves for an order requiring defendant to show cause why he should not be held in civil contempt for willfully violating this court's order, sealing the transcript of the June 3rd, 2025 preliminary injunction hearing. Despite the court's clear directive that the transcript remains sealed due to the highly sensitive and sexually explicit nature of the testimony, defendant has publicly read from and discussed the sealed transcript during a live broadcast on his streaming channel. He also showed the sealed transcript to the individual he was interviewing so he could read it. Defendant's willful conduct brazenly undermines the authority of the court, violates plaintiff's privacy rights, and causes irreparable harm. Defendant's bad faith violation of this court's order should be sanctioned. 2. Relevant background. Sit in both and mute one. Yeah, that's the smart thing. Though I will say I generate practically no ad revenue, so unfortunately the income there is it's more so about the support, you know, and the algorithm and the blessings of that. Well appreciated though. Psychopaths lack emotional empathy, but they do have cognitive empathy, which is the reason why they can manipulate people and are fucking good at it. I understand that. Destiny has Destiny's not a sociopath or a psychopath. He isn't either one of those things. I know. I've been watching him for years. Oh, that's such an effort post. It doesn't even highlight it in full. Yeah, I've been watching him for years. I know, but at the same time, he says a bunch of shit, right? He still understands these things. There are enough examples of that, I feel like, over the years. On June 3rd, 2025, Magistrate Judy Torres presided over a preliminary injunction hearing in this matter. Due to the nature of the testimony, which involved detailed and sexually explicit descriptions central to plaintiff's claim of non-consensual disclosure of intimate images, as well as mental health testimony, plaintiff moved to seal the transcript. On June 6th, 2025, the magistrate judge granted I said Judy Torres, right? Magistrate Judge Torres. Magistrate Judge granted the motion and directed the clerk of the court to maintain the transcript as fully sealed, pending further order of the court. Despite the plaintiff's motion to seal had already been granted, and without providing any valid reason to unseal the transcript, defendant Bonnell filed an opposition. Plaintiff's reply demonstrated the frivolity of defendant's opposition. Plaintiff's reply also highlighted defendant's declared intent and eagerness to read the transcript out loud to his million-plus followers on his streaming platform. In case it's not clear, defendant here is Destiny, right? Just so we know who we're talking about. On August 12, 2025, in willful violation of the court's order, defendant discussed the sealed hearing and read aloud portions of the sealed transcript during a live broadcast on his streaming channel. He then posted a video on YouTube. The following is the relevant portion of the defendant's livestream transcript. Oh my god, bro, dude, the transcript is, when I get to read that, there's no shot that is going to be sealed forever. I'm just recalling some things from my very, very good memory. Okay, I'm recalling from my very, very good memory. And then he says a bunch of shit that's from the transcript. He filed for the files to not be sealed. Why the fuck would he do that if not to share them further? Well, no, generally speaking, if you believe yourself to be right, you will want these files not to be sealed because you'll want to have the ability to showcase that and to talk to people. The fact that he doesn't want them to be sealed, that part is perfectly understandable from his perspective. What's absolutely baffling is that he apparently, and again, I don't know this for a fact, I'm just reading this, he apparently read aloud sealed court transcripts. Like, what is his brain just ain't braining? Why the fuck would you do that? Even if you're completely in the wrong on some given case, shit like this will fuck you over. Not only is what you're doing not allowed, illegal, but you're also making the judge more hostile towards you. Why would you do that? Hey Hanali, how you doing? The portion above is Bonnell reading verbatim from the sealed hearing transcript. Bonnell makes a farcical pretense of recalling the testimony from his memory by interjecting, I'm just recalling some things from my very, very good memory, or I think my lawyer said, or I think she said something like, but a comparison of the hearing transcript with what Bonnell said reveals that it is verbatim. Thus, despite his admitted awareness that the transcript is sealed and that he should not be disclosing the testimony, he proceeded to read it aloud in a flagrant mockery of the court's order. Furthermore, right after reading the above portion of the transcript out loud, Bonnell also showed the sealed transcript to the streamer he was interviewing on his live stream so that she could read it for herself. Wait, okay, don't show this to the live stream viewers. This is what I'm talking about. Do you understand? Plaintiff was made aware of the above content on defendant's livestream / YouTube video on Friday, August 15, 2025. The undersigned counsel immediately commenced reviewing the matter and determining the extent of the violation. On Monday morning, August 18th, plaintiff became aware that sometimes on August 16th or 17th, defendant edited the YouTube video of his livestream in order to delete the portion quoted above. However, this belated effort does not in any way cure the violation given that the livestream video had already amassed 4,000 views and the harm to plaintiff and the authority of this court had already occurred. Moreover, an excerpt of the offending portion of the video is posted on Kiwi Farms and it has probably been reposted on multiple other social media sites. Pursuant to local rule blah blah blah, on Monday, August 18th at 10 a.m, the undersigned counsel reached out to counsel for defendant via email in an attempt to resolve the serious issue. Counsel for defendant, Mr. Brettler, did not respond until the morning of the 19th, claiming that we looked into the matter and could find no evidence of wrongdoing by Mr. Bonnell. The undersigned counsel responded by providing the same evidence submitted in the instant motion. This morning, Mr. Brettler responded, blithely asserting that his client did not violate the court's order. The magistrate judge's paperless order merely directs the clerk to seal the transcript of the June 3rd, 2025 hearing pending a further order of the court. Mr. Bonnell never filed the transcript or any portion thereof on the public docket, nor did he publish a copy of the transcript online or elsewhere. Mr. Bonnell has a First Amendment right to discuss the lawsuit that your client filed against him. There are also no restrictions on Mr. Bonnell's right to discuss what happened at the June 3rd hearing. As will be detailed below, Mr. Brettler's self-serving interpretation of the court sealing order is unsupported by federal legal principles and shows a lack of respect for the authority of the court. The clear and convincing evidence from the cited video links demonstrates that defendant willfully, intentionally, and in bad faith violated the letter and the spirit of the court's order, and he should be held accountable and deterred from further violations. This bit here, violating the letter and the spirit. The letter is the verbatim shit. The spirit is like the very clearly mutually understood intention that the judge is going to clobber you on your fucking head with if you decided to be a retard and read verbatim from something that was ordered to be sealed. Again, I can't speak to like all of this hidden bit here because I don't watch Destiny anymore, nor do I intend to continue. I already said, and I've tried watching some strictly political shit, still just turn it off as soon as I see his fucking noggin. It is what it is. But this is not good for him. Hey, Gaster, thank you for 3 month subscription in advance at tier 1. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's very kind of you. And 3 months in advance, hell yeah. Broski just knows. Broski just knows the quality will continue to rise and rise and rise. Buy yourself something good tomorrow. Won't be until the 14th of next month that I get this cashola, but do you know what? I just might. I just might. The funny thing about this, obviously not to celebrate any of this grim shit that's happening, but me and my fiance on the same day that Rose got doxxed and everyone's found out that she's underage. In the morning, we were talking that, like, do you know what? We haven't gone out for food in a while. Not like even on a date, but just like for a fat fucking kebab. And so we've decided we're gonna go. And then later in the day, I've realized we found out everything about Rose, and it just felt like it almost felt like a celebratory kebab. Like, once again, my intuition or what I was thinking turned out to have been correct. And yeah, I understand I have to eat some shit sometimes for saying things that there is no clear evidence for yet, but hey, looks like stonks. There's 170 stream streak. Damn. Okay, Diz, you fucking simp. And also, Hanali, thank you kindly for the follow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope you find your time here enjoyable. I'm here to send you all happy energy, but it seems like we're taking something that is not happy yet. Unfortunately, very subject matter, very unhappy. But there is a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, maybe, in the sense that the person who did the bad might actually get punished for a change. He legit thought his lol, I'm not reading anything, I just have a good memory lol thing would actually work. I mean, we will see based on the court's response, but I'm pretty sure it ain't gonna work. Very fucking charged stream today, to be honest. Yeah, a lot of just bad shit, right? I don't think I've got anything in the way of like a brain break or anything that can ease us into anything else. Do you know what I mean? Last paragraph on page 9. Okay, let me... Here, defendant is not a typical litigant. He is a professional online streamer whose income is largely derived from publicly discussing and posting about controversial topics, including this lawsuit. Since the outset of this case, defendant has repeatedly posted about the details of the case on his streaming platforms, mocked and insulted plaintiff and a legal team, and weaponized court filings for online content. Defendant has also publicly ridiculed plaintiff's mental health, sexual history, and her witnesses. This is not speculative. His pattern of commentary is well documented and includes live streams, tweets, and reposts designed to stir harassment by his audience. See notes 73, 82, 84, 98, 104, and 105. For this reason, the monetary fine should be substantial in order to deter defendant from further defiance of court orders and further mockery of these proceedings and the authority of the court. That's a good note to end on. Also very true. Have you seen that Connor said that he doesn't care about Rose because he knew about it, because he already knew about it? I'm pretty sure I know which, I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about. Let me open up your link. I'm pretty sure that this is the bit where he... Oh no, this is from a stream. Okay, hold on. No, I just saw the tweet. Okay, let's give this a listen. Bro, something's been happening to Connor's brain during this whole thing. 170 is crazy work, must be botted. True. Want a toothless plush to hug you through a screen as an emotional support? Do you know what? I might just get myself a Labubu. Chris, not to burden your plate even further, but if you know King Cobra JFS, it's a sad day. He passed away. Yeah, we were talking about that just earlier. Yeah, I mean, I mentioned it briefly. There's not much for me to talk about insofar as I haven't actually watched much of his shit. But yeah, yeah, it's just sad. It's just sad news all around. Since progressive victory, Connor's brain completely broke. Do you know what? That might actually be it. That might have been the canon event, right? The fucking... Let me buy you a Blahaj or something. I have a Blahaj at home. We copped one. Me and... it must have been a year ago, I think. Me and my... she wasn't even my fiancée yet at the time. Just my partner, my girlfriend. We went to IKEA, I think, to get me... I needed like one of those metal... shelf cupboard thingamajigs on wheels, and I saw a Blahaj as well, and I was just like, yep, fucking copping that one.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying to cover other things besides Destiny, just to mix it up and make sure that we don't become a Destiny rewatch channel. However, truth be told, there's a reason why he's the most popular streamer in liberal news media. There's a reason why he's constantly the center of attention and drama. And it's because he gets into fights with other people all the time, which is what we'll be talking about today. Grill Shala, indeed. How old was Rose?
Matt, say no more. I still remember when we were spamming the sweeping emote, because when Connor found out about what Destiny did, his first thought was to start, like, what was it, an over an hour long podcast episode with Brianna Wu, where they talk about how hard Destiny's childhood was and how full of empathy they are and how great of a human being he is, and we should really never forget that, even in face of the current controversy. The sweeping emote. Yeah, I don't have 7TV set up yet. That's my bad. I completely blanked on that today. But the sweeping emote, we were spamming that shit. Yeah, that was him. He was the reason why that sweeping day happened.
No idea. 17, 18, which is what we'll be talking about today. Grill Shala, indeed. How old was Rose? No idea. 17, 18. Now, I don't care. Let me tell you why I don't care. We already knew that. We've known that for a year. That like Rose was like living with her parents and all that kind of shit. So, well, maybe not a year, maybe November. November. So we've known that she was living with her parents and it was fucking stupid and all that.
No, he means that they've known that she's been living with her parents since November, not that they've known she's underage. I think he's saying that he had a suspicion from that point onwards, but that was really... It's also... The thing that I dislike about these people... Oh, hold on. We're going to finish the clip first, and then I'm going to rant.
Bullshit. So, I don't know.
Not a pause, Andy.
17 years old, 364 days, and 11 hours. No idea. No idea. And you know what? I hope that the entire drama of sexting random people on the internet, of sending homemade pornography to various people, of having it leaked, of getting sued over it, I hope that has been and will continue to remain a wake-up call for Steven to not be so hedonistic and nihilistic.
Okay, yeah, I can rant now, because he's done this here. People, when people on like Destiny's side, or people who pretend to be ambiguous but kind of are on Destiny's side, what they do very often is they will present like a singular thing that in and of itself gives you so much room for doubt, and then they will like ridicule that one thing without actually talking to you about how all of these things come together into one semi-cohesive story. So like Connor will have mentioned that like, well, we knew that she lives with her parents, so yada yada yada. A lot of people live with their parents. A lot of adults live with their parents. Most adults live with their parents. So if you don't really know what the fuck's going on here, and you just hear, I shouldn't say most, I mean like young adults, right? So when you hear that in and of itself, you're already subconsciously thinking to yourself, well, hold on, that doesn't really mean anything, right? Like, plenty of people live with their parents. Plenty of people over the age of 18 live with their parents. But it's not about her living with her parents in and of itself. Just like people bring up the braces argument, and then people ridicule that because like, well, you can have braces taken off when you're 25 or 35 or even 40. You don't have to be a teenager to wear braces and to have your teeth straightened out and then taken off. But it's not about braces in and of itself. It's about a combination of things. It's about the fact that he asked for her ID because he said that she looks under 18 and she hadn't provided him one. Not even that she provided him a fake ID, she hadn't provided him one at all. Then he wanted to fly her out and she said that she can't because her parents won't let her because of curfew and other shit, on top of the fact that she wouldn't provide him an ID. Then you've got the fact that she had her braces taken out. Then you've got the fact that he made a number of remarks about how young she looks. It's all of that put together that makes this as bad as it is. And Connor even like slimily doing this thing, well, maybe she was 17 years old, 364 days and 23 hours and 59 minutes old. Like, it's not about that. Which braces are you talking about? Like teeth braces, like the shit you wear on your teeth to make them straight. Which has nothing to do, again, inherently with you being young or under the age of 18. But I would wager that most people who wear braces are under the age of 18. So maybe if you're already suspecting someone of being a minor and you start hearing these little tidbits, you could fucking put one and one together. Idiots, the lots of them. There is also a tweet, I think a direct tweet, where he says he just doesn't care. Jesus Christ. Is aparat ortodontyczny really the Polish term? Seems like a mouthful. Good pun. Yeah, but I think most people would just call it aparat na zęby. It's been a while since I've heard somebody refer to it as ortodontyczny, unless like you're talking to a dentist. I think. But also, I don't know when's the last time I fucking spoke to someone who wears braces, actually. The last time I can remember somebody wearing braces was when I was still in school. Not even at uni, in high school. I've just realised that's the last time I've met somebody who was wearing braces. And then since then, I remember talking to the dentist about having braces put on myself, me as an adult. And other than that possibility, I don't even know any fucking adults who wear them. Sheesh. Cut you off again. You are correct about living with parents, but why he's saying he doesn't care about the situation since he knows about the time, sorry. Let me try again. You are correct about living with parents, but why he is saying he doesn't care about her situation since sometime the fact that he know about Destiny's connection with her, even if Connor did not know about her age, it does not follow for him to not caring now about is my point. He should care. What is the logic he's using here? I think the logic he's using is the same that people use for what's his face? The fucking red gigantic cunt wears sunglasses in his 40s, got caught sexting a child, and then his fucking platform got nuked, and now he's sort of come back, and people are pretending like who am I thinking? Yes, Dr. Disrespect, thank you. Yeah, fucking red giant. I always forget what his name is. It's like people defend Dr. Disrespect because presumably the person he was texting was 17, right? He was sexting. I think that was the last line of defense that I remember. So that would be Connor's point here, right? That like he doesn't care because you don't magically just become this fucking fully aware of consent person when you hit 18. My guy does not remember the names of people. I'm excellent with faces, though. I'm horrid with names, but I'm impeccable with faces. Use a different calculator. 1080p of H265 MP4 is likely over 30 hours. Yeah. Yeah, Gaster, it will be... And again, that's assuming that's 1080p, which it likely won't be. I think braces are more common in the US, but it's still weird. Yeah, because it's like I keep saying, it's not even about the braces, right? It's about the combination of things. It's about everything put together. And the thing is as well, the area in which these people fuck themselves over, and this is why ultimately holding people to a higher standard is good. Although I wish Republicans did it when, like, I wish Republicans just did more of that, frankly. When people make a living doing political analysis and they display to you their ability to put strands of a story together into one cohesive sort of path to go down, like, you have to assume that they're also able to do that in their own case. That's why I still believe that it's a fucking joke that people like Tim Pool aren't just still like active content creators, but he has a fucking White House pass when we found out he's paid by Russia. That shit should end his fucking career there and then, regardless of the fact that he didn't know it's Russia who's paying him. He displayed that he displayed this presumed ability to analyze the situation that would indicate he's smart enough that he should have known where that money's coming from. Much like Destiny should have known that maybe, just maybe, Rose might be underage because fucking everything's pointing in that direction. Oh, another thing, I forgot about that. Important to mention, just on the off chance you see somebody in DGG doing this. To the best of my understanding, and if anyone in chat has any information to the contrary, please let me know. People are saying that Rose had an OnlyFans at the time of her meeting Destiny, and OnlyFans does age verification, therefore if Rose had an OnlyFans, then Rose must have been over the age of 18. And then some people say that, well, maybe you can cheat on that age verification, and maybe if you have a fake ID, maybe that, maybe this, maybe the other. To the best of my understanding, Rose did not have an OnlyFans at that time. Rose didn't have any platform with age verification that she was on. So when people tell you that actually he couldn't have known better because she was an OnlyFans model, That is, again, to the best of my understanding, please correct me if I'm wrong, that is false. She was not on any of those platforms. I don't know if she's on those platforms now. I've no idea. Frankly, don't give a fuck. But at that time, she wasn't. So that is... That will be people in DGG either being misled at best or lying at worst. Didn't Rose sell on Twitter? Rose sold on Twitter using a hashtag that not only was known for underage people using to sell their porn or to showcase their porn, but I'm pretty sure there are actual chat logs, which I will find, or I won't. But you can take my word for it, or you don't have to. It's fine either way. I'm not going to be offended. I'm pretty sure that Destiny made it very clear that he's aware that's what that hashtag is. So he found it through a hashtag that people often use for underage people to share, you know, explicit material of themselves, on top of everything else I just mentioned. Like, do you understand that there is no fucking world where he didn't know? I need to start taking notes of this, and maybe it would be worthwhile to make a video just to... Hold on, what is it? Found her through hashtag... I should take notes about this, and I should probably put this in like a YouTube video that is more cohesive than me just yapping to you on stream. So found her through the hashtag. Made a number of comments how young she looks. Then you've got the lack of ID. You've got the braces. You've got the living with parents. You've got the... What else was there? Oh, she got doxxed by Kiwi Farms after Destiny gave them a picture of her. There was just so... Oh, yeah. Never had OnlyFans age verification yet. Sorry, I want to take notes of this just for my own sake. Fucking embarrassing. I don't understand how these people can still... I don't understand how these people sit there and pretend like there's no big deal is happening. Like, don't they have... Actually, I don't know. I was going to say, don't they have daughters? But fucking maybe they don't. Maybe some people need to have a daughter in order for them to like sort of understand the risk here. I don't know. It's strange. I just don't get it. I genuinely, legitimately, hand to God, I just don't get it. So there is a log of Destiny text exchange with her when Destiny says he doesn't care for her showing him her ID. I think there was something that he said along the lines of that, like she can just write it down on a piece of paper or something like that, right? I don't remember the exact quote. Fucking shithouse, man. Absolute shithouse. Yeah, that's absolutely insane to me, Matt. Just truly, just so fucked. It's just so genuinely, legitimately, honestly, hand to God fucked.
Another one.
Hey, Gaster, thank you for the follow. Let me check on the forbidden site to see if people are... Yeah. I'm struggling to... I'm genuinely struggling to fucking keep up to date with Kiwi Farms. Like today at work, I would get a few breaks at work, so I would read like 2 or 3 pages, and then by the time I got to my next break, there would have already been more than 3 or 4 new pages. And I'm like fucking 30 pages behind now. And now there's going to be a ton of new pages because I'm guessing, yeah, I'm seeing people talk about the Willie Mac situation. Yeah. Here is the last picture. Destiny, Your Honor, in my defense, she told me she was off age, and also can we talk about the criminal who was trafficking her to me? Hey, Johnson, how you doing, buddy boy? How is life? How is everything? I haven't dug into it at all, but she told me she was 19, and there are logs confirming as much. If she was... Oh yeah, we've read this earlier. There's nothing really I can say / do. I still don't know if any of the info is true or real. I have no way to contact the person, and even if it is true, the person literally lied about their age by 2 years to me, and the leaker solo just never posted proof of her age because they were literally honeypotting her and sex trafficking a minor. The fun thing is I didn't solicit shit to this person. It'd be if recorded if I... Oh yeah, I should have been reading bottom up. But yeah, it's... Oh yeah, these are the text, the Twitter exchanges. You're hot as fuck, but 18, what the fuck? Also, one day, old account, Oh, well, I mean, I'm flattered. If you wanted to, yeah, sure, preferably one near an ID, so I know you're at least 18. But I understand if that's too much info you'd be comfortable showing, yeah, that's fine. Just writing something on a piece of paper is more than enough, yeah. And I think her messages were deleted. Because I don't know why these are, because these sound like responses to something that isn't here. Yeah, this is about Hassan making... Hassan made like a 40-minute segment on this, I'm pretty sure, with just directly reading off of Kiwi Farms. And I can hardly fucking blame him, to be quite honest. The worst part about all of this, other than literally everything we've spoken about today, is how much this, like, comparatively speaking, sanitizes Hassan. Like, truly, the way of the internet is that, like, Destiny can get away with all of this if you just find somebody who's done worse. But also, to be fair, what Destiny's done is really bad. It's fucked, and I shouldn't be using Hassan as like a ball to bounce off of to try and downplay what he did. Should absolutely face responsibility. Doing good, that's what we like to hear, Johnson. Lying about their age doesn't matter legally. Maybe you could make some kind of a moral argument. No, trust me, Johnson, you do not want Destiny to be making moral arguments about this. I've seen those moral arguments. You will not like them. Trust me, my caramel-faced friend. This is a bad area for us to go down. That's kind of what I'm saying. Everyone sucks. The people involved and the people covering it. There's no good here. I mean, to be fair, some people suck more, right? And at the end of the day, if I sort of the thing that I care about here, in the sense of like, as much as you can care as a content creator who's really talking about this because it's interesting in hopes that somebody throws $20 my way. Like the thing that I care about is Pixie's lawsuit. Pixie's lawsuit that until very recently I was absolutely certain that she's going to lose, as in the final verdict will not be in her favor. But now I'm sort of growing to understand that not only is there more at play than I had initially suspected, but Destiny keeps doing really retarded shit that might get him punished even though he ends up winning in the end. So like right now, the shit with the sealed transcript can absolutely get him in trouble. And him... If there is a fine for him to pay because of it, if that ends up being the case, because again, I haven't seen the transcript, so I don't know if he's reading off of it verbatim, that will be for the court to decide, then that is a dub. That is absolutely a dub, and I will openly celebrate if that happens. Because it's not just a dub as in fuck Destiny and good on Pixie, it's also a dub in like the stop making a mockery out of the legal fucking justice system type of dub. Amanax, I can do that for you. Those two guys, although I will say they're not French, they are... Abba, I believe, is Ethiopian, and Preach is from Hawaii. They are called Abba and Preach, and we watch them a decent amount on this channel, because even though they sometimes have weird takes, like 90% of their shit is incredibly solid, and they strike me as just genuinely good people. Plus, I really enjoy the dynamic that they have with each other. It's a very... I like him a lot. I'm a big fan. what can I say? I watch their shit pretty much always when they release something new. No, nice though, nice Amanax. Abba and Preacher goated. Yeah, to be fair, if Abba's talking about what were my issues with Abba? I think the way Abba spoke about the Destiny Pixie situation was kind of fucked. He was harsh on Destiny, but he was like very dismissive of the whole problem here. And also, Abba has some weird takes about Jewish people. But other than that topic specifically, I feel like every time I watch and listen to them, I agree with almost everything they say. And they're fun. Yeah, Ray. They're just fun. Are the US-based political content creators who are normal? At this size of what we're talking about here, probably not. But I also have a little theory that you can't really make it big in this environment if you're a normal human being, you know? Like, this is so... Everything about Twitch is so ingrained and mired in controversy. Sorry, ingrained in drama and mired in controversy that you can't really... You don't really make it on these platforms. As if this is what you want to do for a living without controversies. Everything we covered today was not fun, however. Yeah. Chris, because I know you're not a coward and will answer, would you rather give the first 90% of a blowjob or the last 10%? I feel like I'm missing some context here, Johnson. Who am I giving it to? Is it... Do I have to be on the receiving end of the money shot? Or do they, like, come in a tissue? What's the... And, like, who am I giving it to, you know? Because that's a rough one. I don't know. I feel like that's worse, though, Johnson. Dealer's choice. Yeah, I would rather... In that case, if it's dealer's choice and you have to take the cum shot, I'd rather do the first 90%. Last 10% easy. What the fuck is wrong with the shot? Yeah, Beans. Dipshit. You're a heterosexual chick. Obviously, you're going to be fine with the 100% of the blowjob. He's asking me, the super straight dude. The super straight dude does not suck dick. Nah, bro, that's gay. You got a dick in your mouth for ages. Bro, not with my technique, you don't, okay? I'm just telling you, I've been taking care of mine for the last many years of my life. Plus, right? Bro, I've just realized something. Do you know, I've actually... Shit, I wish I had realized this literally 2 minutes earlier. Johnson, I've got the cheat code. I've actually got... It doesn't matter whether I do the first 90% or the last 10%, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what Marilyn Manson did. I'm going to take out my bottom 2 ribs and I'm just going to suck myself off. And then it's not gay anymore. It's super straight. It's just incredible brain on me. Absolutely immune to all of these difficult hypotheticals through sheer fucking genius. Hey, people, go hog. One day, people, one day. I love your fucking profile icon so much. If men could suck their own dicks, humanity would go extinct because we wouldn't need women. Bro, do you want a hot take on this topic? I say a hot take. It's like I don't even know if it's sizzling, to be quite honest with you. I've watched a lot of, I've seen a lot of examples in Red Bull. They do this a lot of dudes saying that like, oh, they hate getting a hand job from a woman because like they've been jacking off their entire lives and they can pleasure themselves so much more. I like getting a hand job. It feels better than when I do it myself because I'm not the one doing it. I have no fucking idea what those retards are on about. I am perfectly satisfied being on the receiving end of a hand job. And all of those people doing like the whole like, well, it's just not even that good. I can do it better. Like, I don't know, bro. I'm having a good time over here. So I don't think that would go extinct. Because, I mean, it would still feel better when a woman does it, you know? I've heard somewhere that giving yourself head feels much more like giving head than receiving head. So weird. I suppose it would, wouldn't it? Okay, people backing up Amanax. From what I've heard, sucking your own dick is more like sucking a dick than getting your dick sucked. But how do you guys know this? How do you know this? Show hog, brother. Oh, Beans, you are a treasure. This is the one reason I'm trying to lose weight. I need to try. I need to know. That's a good motivational reason, though, Gaster. Probably some women aren't good at it. Yeah, but I feel like... I don't know. I feel like just the fact that you don't got to do it yourself is already like a plus. They'd have to be really bad at it for it to feel bad. You know what I mean? Because it's not exactly rocket science, is it? It's because they're just looking to come from the hand job when I'm pretty sure the point is to get aroused so you can do all the sexy stuff. Do you know what I think it might be? Especially in America, I think it might be the fact that they're circumcised. Because then you need lube and shit, right? And the sensation of getting a hand job is different. If you've got all of your dick skin and nobody's fucking robbed you of that when you were young, then you don't need any lube. You will just enjoy a hand job. And it's like you're not going to tear or anything like that. Like, exactly, it's what Johnson just said. Foreskin is easy glide. So I think that the problem there isn't whether a woman is doing it or a man is doing it. God knows Fresh and Fit probably prefer to receive handjobs from men. It's going to be the circumcision that's the problem. Guys who can perform autofellatio aren't common, but they're far from rare. Roughly 2 in 1,000. Chido, did you just refer to sucking your own dick as autofellatio? Rip to all my capped buddies. Yeah, I'm telling you, that's why you got to keep the extra skin. It's weird that they take that from you. It's your skin. It's like, we all have this bit of skin on your elbow, right? That's like useless. Imagine if there was just a tradition to fucking cut that shit off. Why'd you do that? Fucking leave my skin alone, bro. Just use the grease from your uncircumcised dick. Bro, if you've got dick cheese, it's not because you're uncircumcised. It's because you don't wash your balls and your penis. Go and wash your fucking balls. And go and wash your dick. It has nothing to do with just the foreskin itself. It's that you are unclean. Okay? You're like those fuckers who go to the toilet and take a piss and you don't wash your hands. You do that, but with your dick. Wash your dick. The one thing we should all be able to agree with Jordan Peterson on was when he told you all to wash your balls. And if you want a little bit of an extra bonus in there, okay, if you want to be proactive rather than reactive, take a little bit of extra care washing your ass crack too. Do you know how often I hear that dudes just do not wash their ass crack properly and then you don't wipe properly when you're on the shitter? Like, what are you doing? It's not complicated, is it? You're not being asked for a lot. Be clean. You're fucking filthy. That's the name for it, yeah. Also, 1 in 500 dudes can blow themselves. Apparently so, Johnson. Yeah, you could be that 1 in 500 if you just give it a go. Do you know why circumcision is so popular in America? It's because of Kellogg's. I feel like I'm missing a link here. Why is cereal the reason why people are cutting off their penises in America? Pro tips, lads. Washing your dick and balls will increase chances of gargling by 1000%. I don't know how you can... This is the thing. Like, I've spoken about this before and I'll talk about it again. First of all, if your partner's unclean, tell them. Maybe they don't know. Maybe like they've got some fucking... Maybe they just don't know. You know what I mean? Be honest with your partner about that type of shit. Don't keep it to yourself in hopes that in the first 30 years of their lives, they've never figured out to wash their cock, but maybe they'll do it next week. Tell them. Be gentle, right? Nobody wants to find out that the dick is stinky, but tell them. But also, side note, if you want that shit to be in somebody's mouth, the least you could do is clean it. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, would you not want, if somebody wanted to put something of theirs in your mouth, would you not want it clean? It's like the bare minimum courtesy. And again, doesn't take a lot of time. And if you've got a foreskin because you weren't robbed of one when you were a kid, you can do some fun stuff there, okay? You can spread it out with your fingers to do a little cape and catch water in there and then close it and do a little balloon and then just let it go. You can entertain yourself, okay? Maybe you shouldn't if you're an adult. Maybe you should just wash it and be done with it. But I'm just saying there are options to make it more fun if that's what you need to wash your balls. It's worse in America because we don't got bidets. We don't have them either, Ray. Unfortunately, yeah, they're not very popular in Europe either. There are some countries that have them, but not nowhere near to the extent that we should. If I ever become the president, I'm going to make them mandatory. Like, legitimately, if you don't wash your ass crack when I'm the president, you will go to a fucking gulag. Everyone's got to draw a line somewhere. This. LOL, my skin is always pulled back as I go about my day and I keep my dick nice and clean. I don't even know if you're trying to flex the fact that you're circumcised or if you like manually pull back your dick skin. That's not good either. That's also a weird thing to do. What are you doing? I don't mean to kink shame. I'm missing context here, Diz. What are you doing to your penis? Wiping is just a capitalist ploy to sell toilet paper. True, Marak. Actually true. Okay, uncircumcised. All right, very good, very good, very good. I've heard of someone not wiping their ass because that would be gay according to them. There is a song about that. Dude, Cheeto, I make this request of you, but I want you to know that me making this request is no guarantee of it happening in the future, especially since this will be the 3rd time I'm making that same request. Do you know those chat messages of how to set up that microphone thingy-majig? Could you send that to me one more time, please? Because you're really good at finding that shit, and I don't even know how to start looking for it. But could you DM it to me on Discord? Watch the No and Better video about Kellogg's. It's amazing. We might set that. I'll actually do that next week then, Andreas. If that's how... If Americans get circumcised because of cereal, I want to know what the fuck happened there. Hey, Homonym, how are you doing, by the way? Do you use a poop kettle like Ice Beans? No poop kettle, no. Can I get you to weigh in on this? Of course you can, Beansy. Hold on, let me copy this. Let me copy the link. We appreciate you in here, Johnson. You start conversations. Okay.
Be real with me. Be real with
Okay.
me. Be real with me.
I'm being real
What-
with you.
okay. In the same way that, okay, guys, men in the audience, you can affirm, give me ones in chat. Have you ever, like, pulled your ball sack over your flaccid penis and made it into a big orb before? What is the female equivalent of that type of behavior?
Every uncircumcised dude has done that. Just so you know. I'm just being honest with you. Every single one. You might not believe me, but it's true. I wash my ass because it otherwise itches like crazy. Look, Maciek, as good a reason as any, it'd be the smell and the rot that I'd be concerned with more than the itchiness. But actually, do you know what? As long as it gets you to do it, as a person of foreskin, I can't imagine walking around unsheathed. What if a fish bites it off? Then you've got bigger problems, Johnson. It's also why the plain corn freak cereal is so popular. Kellogg was really fucking religious and said that sugar made boys prone to masturbation. Therefore, cornflakes will make boys less horny and help them avoid sinning. Yeah, Jesus Christ. That sounds about right, though, to be fair. We're taking down the big toilet paper farmer. We had a long conversation about Kellogg and circumcision in Discord. There is lots of receipts safe for work. I will catch up on that. And this might serve as a reminder for everyone who's not there already to join my Discord. He's saying ball sack, not your foreskin. Okay, hold on. Let me re-listen.
Be real with me. Be real with
Okay.
me. Be real with me.
I'm being real
What-
with
okay.
you.
In the same way that, okay, guys, men in the audience, you can affirm, give me ones in chat. Have you ever, like, pulled your ball sack over your flaccid penis and made it into a big orb before?
Oh, that's also a yes. Sorry, I did mishear him. I thought he's talking about I thought he's talking about something else. I thought he's talking about when like you stretch out your foreskin a little bit and you trap water in there, and then you like close the top with your fingers, and then you've got like this water balloon. But I've misheard him completely. This though, it also a yes. Also yes. Just no changes to the answer though. Yeah, of course, Johnson. Yeah. That is also a yes. I wash my ass not because it's hygienic. I do it because washing is a revolutionary anti-capitalist act. Look, whatever gets you going, but also please do it because it's hygienic, okay? Because otherwise the implication is that somehow if in your lifetime we overcome capitalism, then you will stop washing your ass, and I don't think you should do that. Water balloon. Yeah, that's what it's like, Amanax. I have not done either of those. I am superior to all of you. That's called a lie, homonym. We know that you are lying, my friend. Very curious content shift, though. I will say I needed this. I think we all needed this. After full day of the kinds of news I've shown you guys, we needed this. Do you want to go back to Silent Hill gameplay demo? Also, did you guys see Mortal Kombat 2, the movie trailer? It seems like the goofy kind of fun that you can turn your brain off to and just enjoy. Yeah, MacFiston, we're 1 minute and 49 seconds in, it's 14 minutes, so let's watch and enjoy. Hell yeah, Johnson, hell yeah, and we love you for it. I'm going to be playing this on stream as well. I say nope as in you didn't see it, Cheeto. We can watch that in a sec. Why is Jade bald? I'm not sure. Some of the casting choices are curious, but I'm going to be honest with you, I don't give a fuck. As long as the movie's good and stupid fun, I couldn't care less. Thank you, Andreas. I'll definitely put it on the docket. No, Matt, up until recently I wouldn't have been able to try it even if I wanted. Now I might. I mean, Halloween's coming up, so maybe some horror games would be in order. Every time I see a game like this, I regret so much the fact that, bro, if there was a game like this, I'll mute it rather than pausing it, I think. Maybe I'll change my mind and we will rewind or whatever the fuck. If there was a game like this, but like sandbox and co-op, but with this graphic, but remove the PvP elements, I do not give a fuck about the PvP part of it. Just keep the PvE like a server-sided on your side and just let me play it with friends. Bro, holy shit. Thank you, Gaster, yeah. It's meant to be icky. Apparently this one is big on like psychological horror side of things. I mean the remaster, Ampa. Not the original, the remaster, the new one, the one that came out recently, the one that you were playing on stream. I think you were anyway, maybe I'm misremembering. I don't believe so, no. But I also have no intention to be honest with you. Oh, that's some creepy shit right there. Blood key. Oh no, sorry, bloody key. Yeah, I think that would be difficult to defend in Amanax. Maybe it's just for the purpose of this demo. Why is Silent Hill in Japan now? Why not, to be fair? Person of foreskin. Yeah, true, right? That's me. That's not that much damage for having a knife stuck into your chest. Admittedly. Maybe there is just a lot of combat in this game, that's why she takes so little damage. I'm not necessarily opposed to that, I like whacking monsters. Fucking whacking him with that shit. Bro, the stamina management, dodging, is this a Souls game? Like the delayed attacks, the fucking dodge roll. That's not. Yeah, that's an enemy right there. Nah, Marak, you keep them confused. That's what Sigma men do. That's a good weapon she's got now. Maybe they're trying something new, Mimic, although I thought you always did. Come on, Johnson, not even when I'm playing them? When are they gonna get to the hill? The hill is the friends we made along the way, Chido. I don't know what half of those words mean, Amp. Dude, I always appreciate how characters in these games hear their friends and their instinct is to go and try and save them. If any of my friends were stuck in an apocalypse scenario with me, and I had reason to assume they were dead and like fucking subsumed by some evil spirit, and they shouted my name, I would not try and save them. You're on your own. That goes for all of you as well, okay? If we're ever in an apocalypse scenario together, and you fall behind, you're as good as dead. I ain't coming back for you. No, you wouldn't, Johnson, okay? No, you wouldn't. I feel you, Amp, I feel you. Thank you for the explanation. No, her I'd save Amanax, you know. But that's, you know, that's a one-time exception type of thing. Well, that's creepy. Oh, check that out, Matt. Yeah, I'll have a look at that in a sec.
どこ行くの？こっち通るの珍しいね。今は誰かと喋りたくて。私も後から行くね。うん。じゃあね。裏切り者。
Do you know what I'm curious about? Does anyone... I don't think I have anyone in my audience who speaks Japanese. If we are to re-listen to that back and forth, and I will see how much of it I can actually understand. No, I've opened it up, Matt. I can see on the trailer now. Because I'm kind of curious if anime taught me anything. I mean, sure, yeah.
Sakuko.
Okay, so Sakuko is her, right? That's her name. She's asking where are you going? Something about there being wonderful. I don't know, up there, the view, something along those lines. Who were you just talking to? And something about her going with her, maybe? And see you later, obviously. This one's a traitor. That word means traitor in Japanese. I'm sort of curious if we've got captions though. Like, I want to know how close I was or how far off I was. Chat, let's do... Oh, okay, but can I copy these somehow? I don't have an option to copy these. Chat, translate someone for me. I want to know if I got it right. Somebody Google Translate this. Any other languages, maybe? Auto-translate. Okay, maybe auto-translate to English is not going to shit the bed. See, yeah, where you going? Okay, so I got that bit right. Okay, it's rare to see passing through. I didn't get that bit right. I thought she's talking about good view or some shit. Oh, I want to talk to someone. I thought she's saying that who she was talking to. Close enough, though, I'd say. And that she wants to come with her, so I'll come later too. Again, close enough. See you later. Yeah, bye. And traitor for that, but yeah, fucking... Let's go, bro. Let's actually go. Looking forward to this game releasing. This is this looks pretty good. I'll show you the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer. I'll show you the trailer for Mortal Kombat. They've got some good actors in there now. Which, to be fair, I thought it was Traitor. Is it liar? Maybe it has. It's like one of those that has several meanings. Uragiri mono include betrayer, betrayers, turn traitor, and traitors. It has, yeah, it has fucking Carl Urban, yeah. You used auto translate. No, I mean the word. I just googled. I'm pretty sure uragiri mono doesn't mean to lie. Lie in Japanese. The word just flew out of my head, but it's hold on. Google Translate time. Let's go. Liar from English to Japanese. Okay, why is it not letting me hear it though? Maybe if I do it like this. From English to Japanese. Liar.
Usotsuki.
Yeah, see? Yeah. Uragiri mono is for traitor, yeah. I know my shit. I watch anime. The first one was kind of bad, so I hope this one is good. I kind of like the first one. It was goofy, but in like a way that I found sort of enjoyable. 95 movie still goated. I did like the 95 movie. Where are you seeing this? Where am I seeing watch, you know? Copy so you can see it when not translated, by the way. Have you not heard of Stanisław Lem's Invincible? Niezwyciężony. A great book, and they made a cool walking simulator based on it. All hailed one of the most powerful sci-fi enemies, the flies. Me and books don't get along very well. Maybe, Amp.
Uno mas, thanks.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
I don't know if he's going to make a good Johnny Cage.
Thanks, man. I
but
appreciate
I love the
it.
actor.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s. Johnny Cage, you have been chosen.
Am I allowed to watch this TOS-wise? Because I've just realized I don't actually know if this is okay.
To fight. Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Where the hell am I?
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that. This is a war for the fate of your world. You dickheads in or what? I'm not some champion. I don't have transformer arms. Or shoot lightning bolts. This shit's got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
I find you annoying.
Not the face.
There's a war going on outside. You could run, but you can't hide forever, ever.
It's time
Tell me this doesn't look good.
to become the hero you were meant to be. All right, you big ugly fuck. It's showtime. Get over here!
Only the strong survive.
Freeze him!
Are you shitting me? You don't have any powers? Just incredibly handsome.
I will say Baraka looks shit though.
I find you.
I'm not digging this. Whatever's going on, I don't know what it is exactly, but I don't like it. Maybe it's just because the way that Baraka's mouth looks, it's very difficult to translate it to like big screen. But I'm gonna watch the shit out of it. The cast is pretty old. I'm sort of surprised to see so many people of age in a movie that requires you to sort of be a fighting combatant. But do you know what? As long as they get good fucking stuntmen in, I'm gonna be happy. Because Carl is in his 50s now, isn't he? The only problem with him as Johnny is that I still can't unhear his heavy British accent from The Boys. Yeah, it's going to be one of those roles that sort of follows him for a little bit. But I do quite, I don't know, I like what I'm seeing. I am very much looking forward to his version of Johnny Cage. No, I am, and he's older. Yeah, he's 53, I've just Googled. Carl Urban is 53 years old. But it's not just him. The actor for Scorpion, he's pretty old as well. The actor for Raiden too, although I suppose that's kind of fitting given Raiden's role. But I don't know. All of this just looks good. I don't know what to say. This just looks fun. I'm probably going to go and watch this in the cinemas. Make like a whole fucking evening out of it. Get popcorn and shit. It will be fine, Shido. Don't worry. I was close enough to be happy about it, you know? And I think that's just what I'm going to stick with. I wonder how they'll dub this in Polish. I will not go to watch this dubbed. The best I'll go for is with subtitles, but I'm hoping that my local theatres will just play it with the raw English with nothing over it. As long as I don't make the same fuck up I did with the Barbie movie, I'll be fine. The Barbie movie was a tactical mistake on my part with the tickets I bought. I told you guys that story, right? That I bought 2 tickets for myself and my fiancée to go and see the Barbie movie, and I hadn't realized until we already picked up the tickets and we were there that I bought them for the Ukrainian version in Ukrainian with no Polish subtitles or anything. And then, like, we realized we don't understand shit, so we went to buy the regular tickets and we had to wait another hour for the actual, for the next time they were running it, because I accidentally bought tickets for Ukrainian Barbie. Why did they show it in Ukrainian in Poland? In cities in general, most things are in Ukrainian nowadays, because we've got a big Ukrainian populace, especially after Russia invaded, so now and then they will do movies like one time of day where they will do them in Ukrainian, and I was just special enough that I bought it for that specific fucking time of day. Baraka does look like shit though. Yeah, it's I mean, he doesn't look like horribly, but there's something about his face
Find
that's
you annoying.
Not the.
Oh, maybe it's not the face, maybe it's the eyebrows, maybe it's the top of his face actually that I take problem with.
Find you annoying.
Not the face.
I don't know. Oh no, did I miss half the trailer? Oh, you missed the entire trailer, Chido. Do you know what? Just for you, Chido, we're going to watch it again because this is a good trailer and I want to see how many characters we see. So one more time for the Chidster and for all of us together. They probably will summon him. They probably, I can't imagine they wouldn't.
Uno mas, thanks.
You're Johnny Cage. I loved Citizen Cage when I was a kid.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
They should do a reboot.
Nobody wants that. Shit went out in the 90s.
Johnny Cage, you have been chosen to fight.
Tell me you're not some crazy fans. How are you doing that?
Are you coming or what?
Where the hell
I guess
am I?
that might be it actually.
It's called Mortal Kombat. It's a fighting tournament. To the death.
Fuck that.
This is a war for the fate of your world.
You dickheads in or what? I'm not some champion. I don't have transformer arms or shoot lightning bolts. This shit's got nothing to do with me. I'm an actor.
I find you annoying.
Not the face.
There's a war going on outside. You could run, but you can't hide forever, ever.
It's time to become the hero you were meant to be. All right, you big ugly fuck. It's showtime.
They're saying the thing, chat.
Get over here!
Only the strong survive.
Finish him!
Are you shitting me? You don't have any pounds? Just incredibly handsome.
There were the things that they've said here, right? Four catchphrases from... So they dropped the title, some of the This is Mortal Kombat. Then it was Johnny's It's Showtime. It was Scorpion's Get Over Here. And it was... fuck, what's the hammer dude's name? Shit, completely flew out of my head now. What's this character? This one here. Oh, that bothers me now. I need to Google that because it's going to bother the shit out of me. Shao Kahn, thank you, Diz, yes. And Shao's finish him. Well, it's not his, it's just Mortal Kombat in general. Wait, no, this isn't Shao Kahn. No. Shao Kahn is the old dude. This is... Or is this still Shao Kahn? I'm having such a moment here. Hold on, I'm going to find it. I have to Google it. No, it is Shao Kahn. Yeah, it's the new iteration of him. Jesus, everyone's having a moment in chat. Everyone's having a moment. Yeah, as long as it's as long as we've got the look at chat. I am looking at chat, but there's a lot of messages, Ray. Shaking my head, he's literally the main villain. Yeah, but Shang Tsung is the old wizard. Yeah, but this is Shao Kahn, not. Proper chat behavior it is, to be fair. Yeah, Crab. Yeah, it is. I was confusing people in my head, but he is... So four catchphrases. I think it's 4, unless there were more and I missed some, but I don't think so. So I say catchphrases loosely. So Mortal Kombat, the name dropping, Get Over Here from Scorpion, Showtime from Johnny, and Finish Him. Yeah, there's. I was having a moment. Hey, Doctor, how you doing, buddy? How's life? Was everything? I think there might have been something else too that I wanted to. I don't see it being good. Seeing the first one I'm good maybe with it would be on streaming. Also, I never thought it would make sense that there is tournament, but some contestants can fire lightning. Sure, but our guy with only kung fu skills will win it. Sure. I mean, it's the suspension of disbelief, right? With the or it's not suspension of disbelief. That's a different thing. The point is that it's like a magical world, right? You're not supposed to think too deeply about it because then it just gets fucky. But also, to be fair, when Johnny unlocks his powers in this movie, his powers are a little bit more than just kung fu, right? Bro's like zoom in. Proper zoom in as well. They're obviously, or at least hopefully not showing Goro. Well, Goro is... Dude, sometimes they do this thing. They've done this in the 1995 movie where Goro's used as like a stupid throwaway type of character, but Goro is like my favorite Mortal Kombat character, and I want them to do him justice. it's called Mortal Kombat 2, so they probably just expect you to be familiar with Mortal Kombat 1 or whatever it was called. Yeah, you can just watch the first movie, delve into this, it will be fine. You don't need to know the characters. It's just if you play the games, you know the characters, but I don't think it will be relevant because the games aren't really about... Actually, the games do have a fair amount of story to them nowadays. The point is you can just watch the first movie, jump into this, you'll be... Like, I'm watching this for the fun of it, right? Like, the silliness, the Mortal Kombat, bro. Yeah, I saw you saying that earlier, Gasser. I was agreeing with you. Yeah, I think that might be it. There's just something wrong with the way how the teeth follow. Wonder if there are any more game releases that I should watch the trailers of. I know they've announced another Tekken game, but I don't like fighter games, so I've never had any interest in those. I used to play Tekken when I was a kid, and my brother would never let me win, and it turned me off from fighter games altogether. Don't play any of them now. Chronos the New Dawn? Why does that sound familiar? Do I, by chance, have this on my wish list already? Hold on, there's a 9-minute, 30-second...
Hello, my name is Wojciech Pinko, and I'm a game director of Chronos the New Dawn. And today...
maybe I'll watch like a trailer first. Maybe that will make... Is this the same footage? This is IGN?
And I'm Abandoned Factory,
it is, okay.
Which actually...
I would like maybe a trailer first. Oh no, we've watched the trailer. We've watched the trailer of the other day. Okay, no, we can watch some gameplay.
Hello, my name is Wojciech Pinko.
Welcome, Wojciech. Maybe a little bit of gameplay.
And let's go. In Chronos, you can break crates to find more loot, which will be really important.
Is this single player? Is this a co-op?
No signs of life. I think we are safe. So let's move forward. And these guys are definitely alive.
Ooh, I like the enemy design.
Combat in Chronos may be quite challenging, and the enemies can hit hard.
I mean his gameplay, not gameplay specifically.
And merge, yeah. That shot prevented the merge. And the biomass can also spawn monsters, so be aware wherever you are. And this guy also wanted to merge, but not on our watch. Let's use the flamethrower to interrupt the merge, stun the enemy, and finish him off with the shotgun.
That merge is a very cool mechanic. Hammer. I don't know if I'm being overly cynical with that take, or
and the new one. I think this one is...
maybe a little bit,
it's the
maybe a little bit. But
it has a range.
When you make trailers for something like Mortal Kombat, I don't think you're really banking on the new audience coming in, because those movies tend they tend to be like kind of chaotic and just stupid fun. Like, you will go to watch them because it's chaotic and stupid fun and you want to see people beat each other, or you will go and watch it because it's Mortal Kombat. If you're the type of a viewer who wants something more story or anything like that, then you probably won't find that in your alley. You know what I mean?
So let's get far away and, oh yeah, use a barrel to destroy the enemies. Like, using environment is also super important. Don't forget that you can also charge your weapons. So please notice that the Traveler sometimes presses the trigger to fire like a single bullet, but also sometimes charges it, so the bullet will have more damage, but will also got like a piercing ability. Of course, I'm talking right now about the pistol. The shotgun works different. The shotgun increases the spread when you're charging the weapon.
But you don't have to get them necessarily, Chido. If you didn't get them, you can still just sort of watch the trailer for what it is, right? And the big guy
just woke up. This is the charging, yeah? The weapon has been charged, and we've got hit. Let's switch weapon to the submachine gun. The big guy wants to merge, so yeah, again, using a flamethrower to interrupt the merge. Remember, don't let them merge. Use also the canister that was set in the environment, and the enemy is gone.
That's pretty cool. I quite like what I'm seeing so far. Wait, what was the... I wonder if the weapons are materializing from something, or if there's like a...
It's worth to exploring the area to find like a
Like
supply boxes left by the collective and other travelers. So the trick is that the collective is sending only one traveler at a time, to not too much with the time flow, since they are of course jumping in time. So the game, starts when your predecessor went off radar, and then you are picking up his mission.
Hey, Problem, how are you
Let's
doing?
squeeze through, and I can hear some monsters. Oh, and the soul, the essence of someone we extracted before is talking to us. Oh, the Joe grabbed us. We called this monster a Joe. It's like a sticking or being attached to a wall's ceilings, and it can grab you as a traps. But you can hear them always, like, yeah, there is one more. And now, he will not grab us. We can safely loot the place.
I don't know if I'd call it that, Johnson. Seems to be trying to recreate that vibe, but it's very...
Less biomass, a good
it's
sign.
It's interesting to me. It's very enticing.
Oh no, there is more. And we can hear roars, so more jaws will be here. So let's squeeze in and look for them.
Yeah, you're not wrong, Chido. That's sort of what I'm saying, that it's not trying to appeal to new people necessarily.
Charge shot.
Like, you will either watch it because you're fine with that shtick, or you'll watch it because it's Mortal Kombat.
And more growls means that the area isn't clear yet. Yes. One more charge shot, one more down. And I don't hear them anymore. I think this sector is clear. So we can grab more ammo.
A lot of combat so far.
And let's go back.
I've just realized I can play The Last of Us on stream now, can't I? Because my computer's going to be able to handle that now. That dawned on me literally right this second, that I would be able to play some games that I've always wanted to on stream now, like zombie games and shit. I do too, Andreas, but we'll see in this trailer. Is it really, Johnson?
Oh, this one has spikes on its body. It means that, yeah, it's more powerful than previous monsters.
That would be curious.
It hit really hard. Reposition is a key to victory in Chronos. Yeah, you need to act fast. Yeah, charge your weapons like this. That was a juicy shot.
I don't get why he's charging the shotgun if all it does is increase the spread. You've got one enemy rushing at you. What do you need increased spread for? If anything, wouldn't that make more pellets miss?
And the shower area?
Yes, Chido, yes.
This body has a tentacles on it. It means that it may be absorbed by the other monsters.
I think it's the fire that just delays it.
And here they come. Let's grab a flamethrower ammo.
A little bit, Doctor. Not journalist, I think a developer, but
Oh yeah. Now we can interrupt merge again.
Unless it increases the damage as well, maybe. I don't know. Definitely on a controller.
Still alive. Not for long.
The way he aims is very slow. The way he turns is very slow. My best guess is that this is a controller gameplay. So obviously it's going to be a little bit different in practice. Much snappier, which is good.
The gates are detecting monsters, and they are sometimes closing you with them. But if you dispatch them, the gates will open.
Johnson.
Those gates are also built by other travelers to lock some areas infested by the monsters.
This game needs to have very limited ammo and make it clear that limited... No, this game's not going to have limited ammo, because at least in this 9-minute segment going by this, you have enemies at every step of the way. They won't give you limited ammo when there's this many enemies to deal with.
Oh, and we are in more open space. There are some tents left here by the military that was trying to fight with the outbreak of the disease. And there is a barrel. I will use it to burn the biomass and get in the secret area. A shell patch. This is like a health pack and a lot of loot.
I imagine the scarcity of ammo is going to be similar to what it was like in The Last of Us.
Its body is covered with the armor, so you need to aim at the exposed parts. Oh yeah, you can see that the bullets are bouncing off the armor.
Oh. I think that was a merge right there. I think the enemy absorbed the other one and just grew spikes. I was expecting something fancier, but I think that's what happens.
Oh yeah, you can see that the bullets
got bigger and got spikes.
Bouncing off the armor, but I think the chest is exposed, so yeah, let's use it against him. And this stand seems clear. So as a traveler, you must constantly...
Yeah, Noid, of course. I can't guarantee that I'll react to it today because it's getting quite late, but by all means.
Be aware of your surroundings. Like loot every place you can. Also, you can craft some ammunition, for example. We need to make a space for more crafting materials. So yeah, torch fuel also will be needed. And now we can grab more metal scraps from the shelf. Use a health patch to heal ourselves, and let's dwell
that's an hour video.
into the rest of the factory.
I will definitely watch that, Noid, but no chance for that today. Because that's a big one. No, Marak, I never have.
Isolation zone. Doesn't sound good. I think that's a great place to stop. Thank you.
Looks pretty interesting. I'm pretty sure I've already got this on my wish list. Of course, Noid. I'm intrigued by the title, so you can be sure I will. All right, chat. It is 11 p.m. over here, and I think I'll be wrapping up now. Krakow-based studio, apparently. Yeah, the writings on the walls in the game everywhere are in Polish. Rampa załadunkowa do strefy izolacji. Earlier there was he was entering the toilets, and I think there was there was Polish writing on the wall. Or on the door, maybe. It was somewhere in here. But the whole game, I think, takes place in Poland. Which makes sense, because this is really what it feels like every time I have to go to work. This is like literally the commute I take. This would have been the type of shit that my mum would take. Like, this was the commute that she needed to take to school game. You play as a traveler tasked with scouring the wasteland of the future in search of rifts to dive back in time to 1980s Poland. I don't know why the fuck you'd want to dive back into the 1980s Poland. But do you know what? We will find out together when this releases and I play it on stream. Let's see. What we're going to do today is I am going to raid us into Reservoir. And I will be back with you guys next week in terms of streaming. I will see if I can maybe pump out a video or two over the weekend. I am feeling inspired and wanting. In any case, thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed, although I will say the first 3-ish hours were very fucking grim, given the type of shit that we were covering, but at least the last hour we spent memeing and joking around. And for that, Johnson, I thank you. Take care, everyone. Good night. Remember to like, to subscribe, to give me money, to join me on Patreon, and do all the other good cult shit that you need to do. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye now. Okay, the Twitch stream is done. YouTube, as always, gotta represent #1, superior to Twitch in every way, shape, and form. Never let anyone tell you otherwise. Big dab. Take care. Talk to you soon.